Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Tonight we bring you live action across the Champions League, but the game we'll be focusing on Newcastle versus AC Milan, a potentially huge game in the Group of F, Group of Death. That is, of course, Group F as well. So, yeah, very excited for tonight's game. Of course, both sides would rely on PSG losing or drawing to Dortmund, which, given the fact Dortmund already through, may be slightly difficult to rely upon, but they've got to give it their best. They've got to win and then hope that things go their way. So it's going to be a big one, going to be an interesting game, and hopefully we get as good a clash as we did the last time these two met. But Harry, are you excited for this evening's game?
I am. I mean, hopefully there's a bit more goals than the last time these two teams met, because it was very lacking in the goal department. But this is a big game for both. They both, as you say, need to win tonight, need the 3 points, and hope that Dortmund can beat PSG. Obviously, all four teams can still go through. Dortmund are the only ones confirmed through, though. So, PSG, AC Milan, or Newcastle. Yeah. Who'd have thought that was a sentence we'd have said 5 years ago, eh?
Absolutely nobody. But I think if we look back to that first game, a lot has happened since. It feels like such a long time has passed. Obviously, back then, Sandro Tonali played for Newcastle in that game, and now he cannot play football because of his ban. So that's the main change. A lot of Newcastle players are injured. There's a lot of difference in the team tonight. This is one that played Milan a few months ago. So with that said, shall we look at tonight's teams?
Yeah.
We are, of course, at St James's Park, and the Newcastle team is as followed. In between the six, it is Martin Dubravka. He's substituting for the injured Nick Pope, and he's done an alright job of that so far. In the back four, Trippier, Captain Jamal Lascelles, Fabian Schär, and Tino Livramento. What a back four in the Champions League that is. Midfield three, you've got the young Lewis Miley, just 17 years old, starting in the midfield three alongside Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton. On the right, it's Miguel Almiron. On the left, Anthony Gordon. And leading the line, Callum Wilson. A very strong team.
It is a very strong team. Good for Newcastle to see Callum Wilson back amongst the starting 11. And I mean, Jamal Lascelles captaining the side in a Champions League game. What more could you want?
Exactly. It's the moment we've all dreamed of. Every single one of us dreamed of Jamal Lascelles captaining a Champions League side. As for Milan, Pioli opts for a similar 4-3-3 as they tend to play. In the six, it's Mike Mainan, still at the club despite a lot of rumour and conjecture about his potential departure. In the back four, Captain Calabria, Tomori, Hernandez and Florenzi. It's a makeshift back four. It's definitely, I mean, they've got one actual centre-half named on there, so it's going to be difficult for them tonight. Clearly a lot of injuries affecting AC at the moment. Midfield three of Yunus Musa, the American, Tiane Reinders and Loftus-Cheek, of course, formerly of Chelsea. Speaking of former Chelsea players, Christian Pulisic, Olivier Giroud and Rafael Leao. So, yeah, 4 of the 11 used to play for Chelsea. Hopefully they've forgotten about that time in their life. If not, they might struggle tonight.
Yeah, it's a decent Napoli side. It's a decent AC Milan side. I think defensively, as you say, they are really struggling. Tior injured, Kier injured, and Kalulu all injured. So lacking in the centre-half department. So it is a bit of a makeshift defence. But apart from that, I think that midfield three is very strong. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has done really well since he went out to Italy. And that front three, wow, it's pretty good at football, eh?
Yeah, I mean, Loftus-Cheek's showing exactly what he's always possessed, really. He's never really been given the licence to roam with the ball for Chelsea, but he can carry it really well. He's good at linking up the midfield and attack, and in transition he's really strong because he's a good runner. And he's shown that multiple times. I mean, some side note, but it's a lot of credible tifos for Newcastle tonight. And Anthony Gordon won there, a lot of flags as well. So brilliant to see a strong support from the Geordies as they prepare for another night of Champions League action.
And again, that could make all the difference tonight. If this was away at the San Siro, would Milan have more chance of getting the 3 points? I think being at home, seeing how the crowd fire up their black and white army, I think it's going to be really fascinating to see how they go, because both teams need to win tonight. A draw is not good enough for either side. It has to be a win. If not, no point, you're out. But equally, even if they win tonight and PSG win, whoever wins still takes the Europa League spot.
Yeah, I mean, if we think back to that game then also in September, we had, obviously, Milan were the home side. They dominated that game. Convincingly dominated that game. We take our minds back. It was a really difficult match for Newcastle, but they got away with a point. They got away with a 0-0. Pope was undoubtedly the best player in that game, making an awful lot of saves to keep them alive. But yeah, 1.99 XG for AC Milan, 25 shots, 9 of which were on target. Yet they didn't get a single one of those into the back of the net. It's quite impressive they didn't win.
Yeah, it is, and I think obviously that was Newcastle's first game back in the Champions League. I think tonight's a very different night. Tonight is a very, very different night. A lot to play for. Two very different sides. I think it's going to be more competitive. I think Newcastle start faster, start the better side.
Yeah.
It's whether Milan can hold on through that early storm, ride the wave, and if you can't on the other side, you've got a good chance of winning this game.
Yeah, just about welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I mean, if you are watching, make sure to say hi in the live chat. Let's get chat pumping tonight. I mean, recently, chat's been a little bit lackluster, so get involved, keep it flowing. Can we get the most chat messages we've ever got on a stream? Can we beat 500, I believe, is the record from the Europa League final last year? Can we beat that tonight? Well, let's see.
Taylor for a bit.
Exactly that. So, unfortunately, there's Anthony Taylor tonight. So, yeah. But if we can beat that, let's. So get active in chat site, get talking. We've got a very exciting evening of Champions League football to observe. And just fans saying, looking forward to this game. It should be good. You're not wrong there. Should be a very good game. Two sides that I would say are very evenly matched. Got a Newcastle side that are very good going forward, but didn't really show that in the first time these two met. And a Milan side who are usually quite solid defensively, but a bit of a makeshift backline today. A strong attack with, the ever reliant Olivier Giroud, the electric Rafael Leao, and the inconsistent, erratic, but sometimes very good Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, I mean, we always knew this was going to be a competitive game. We always knew this game was going to matter in terms of who's going to qualify. I didn't think it would matter in this way, though. I didn't see Dortmund being the only side who are guaranteed through at the end of this. That surprised. I wouldn't expect them to top the group. PSG, I thought, again, they have a chance of not making it through tonight, and both these sides are actually playing for a place in Europe this year.
Yeah.
I didn't, maybe in Newcastle's case I expect to happen. I don't really know. It's a group of death, two teams have to miss out. Well, one team obviously has to miss out in Europe completely. I think that's a big thing for both sides here, though. Even if PSG win, get the 3 points, guarantee yourselves in the Europa League.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. The winner guarantees himself going forward in Europe. Yeah. It could be the Champions League. It could be the Europa League. We don't know which yet. But yeah, it's a really interesting situation. Obviously, Newcastle could be home and dry by now if it weren't for the controversial penalty in the PSG match. That could have changed the whole trajectory of these final games. So yeah, it's going to be frustrating, I think, if Newcastle are out for them because it wouldn't really be wholly on them, but alas, at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter. It comes down to tonight. They have to win. They've got to rely on PSG dropping points as well, which isn't unthinkable, but yeah.
Because I think if you look at their tournament, the draw to AC Milan, first game nervy, that was expected. Beat PSG on home soil. Phenomenal result. Incredible game. Who saw that coming? But then to lose to Dortmund home and then lose them away kind of derailed their campaign a lot, losing those two middle games. And then, as you say, obviously the PSG one quite controversial. So it was a really strong start for Newcastle. Everyone thought they'd be home and absolutely perfect. Then two really poor losses and a controversial loss away in Paris. And suddenly, as we've said, they're holding on to a European place here.
Yeah, so should be a good one tonight. We are 5 minutes away from kickoff, so as always, Harry, I'm going to ask for a prediction. What are you expecting tonight? Chat, before we ask Harry, though, get yours in the live chat. What do you think the prediction is going to be? Chelsea fans already got that in there. We'll read them out once we've run through ours. So get your prediction in there. We'll read it. Of course, vote in the poll and chat as well, because we've got some interesting results in there. We want you guys to vote on who will reach the round of 16 stage. So who's going to get that second spot? Will it be PSG, Newcastle, or AC Milan? But Harry, what is your prediction for this evening's contest?
Now, I think Newcastle will give it a good go. They'll be at home. They'll be up for it. I think they will take the lead through Callum Wilson back in the starting 11 for the first time tonight for quite a bit of time, back from injury. But I think eventually they'll run out of steam in the second half. I think it'll be Dortmund and AC Milan to progress. I think Dortmund should beat I'm gonna say Dortmund will beat
I was
PSG.
going to ask for a prediction for that game as well. So, what's your score for Newcastle Milan?
I'll go 2-1 Milan. I think they'll turn it around in the second half, and I will go 1-0 Dortmund to see Dortmund progress top, AC Milan progress second, and PSG to take the Europa League spot with Newcastle out of Europe.
Okay, I am going to go 1-1 Dortmund PSG and Newcastle to win 2-0. So Newcastle will progress. PSG will be in the Europa League. Dortmund Champions League obviously already confirmed. But top of the group.
Fair enough.
So yeah. Just fan going 3-1 Newcastle. Just fan, what do you think the score will be in Dortmund PSG? Are Dortmund going to win and help someone else get through, or will PSG beat them and then they'll progress top of the group? What do you think? But yeah, we've also got a little bit of championship action where Norwich are 1-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday, and Leicester are a goal down to Millwall, which would put Ipswich Town top of the championship equal on games.
That's not great for Leicester at all.
Or for anyone who knows an Ipswich Town fan.
Yeah. Good point. But obviously Leicester, they had a fairy tale run the Champions League in 2017-18, managed to get to the quarters, round 16.
They got to the quarters, I believe.
Yeah, under Craig Shakespeare, not that way of Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Newcastle, they'd like to make it to the round 16, and then they worry about getting to the quarters. But I think it's going to be very tough. It's going to be very, very interesting. We know Newcastle will start fast. We know they're going to be up for it. It's whether they can score early, like they did against PSG, and then cause Milan some problems.
Yeah, for me, Newcastle going to tonight is just about winning, because Newcastle going to the Europa League isn't the worst thing. That is a winnable competition. Obviously, Liverpool are in there, which is a bit difficult, as are Galatasaray, Brighton, most likely. Yeah. Other than that, it's not too stiff competition.
And I mean, that was a lovely little message put up in the crowd there by the Geordies. It's not beyond our wildest dreams because we have wild dreams.
Yeah.
Pretty good, isn't it? Very true.
Yeah, very philosophical from the two.
Dreams, and they're here now. They've got
Is that Felix Break? Yeah. Has he magically recovered from a hamstring injury?
No, it's not. It's
I was going to say.
Hang on. No, it's not.
He was out for the Euros, I thought.
Danny McKelly.
It's Danny McKelly, isn't it?
Danny McKelly. Yeah.
Love it. Nick Knack, welcome to the stream. Hi everyone. Hello, Nick Knack. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Make sure to get your score prediction before kick-off, and any of that goes to anyone else who's tuning in this evening. 7 votes in the polling chat so far, then 57% of chat think that Borussia Dortmund and Newcastle will progress. 29% have gone Borussia Dortmund and PSG, and 14% have gone Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan. Interesting.
Fair enough. Split across the board then.
Yeah, fairly even split. And Nick Knack's gifted a membership as well. Thank you, Nick Knack.
Legends.
Absolute legends.
Does it again.
Love you, Nick Knack.
Delivers every single time, mate. Usually do it for a goal, getting kicked off. You're just that excited. No, that's legendary. Thanks. And I guess that's got a Chelsea fan as well. Again, much deserved that. Also,
I saw that potentially creators may be given the chance to hand out a membership soon. So, was thinking over Christmas, we may be able to put together a little competition. To win a membership, potentially.
Yeah.
We have to research more to find out how to do it. But if we can give memberships, then we might.
I'll say, if you know, that's an hour reason to join. You get lovely people like Nick Knack, who might give you a membership.
Exactly. Nick Knack, what a legend. Thank you, mate. As we
perfect start to the game that hasn't even started yet. And I mean, it's going to be a good one tonight. Going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I still can't believe this Newcastle team starting the Champions League. It's incredible. Dubravka, Lascelles, Lewis Miley at 17 years old, Joe Linton, Anthony Gordon, homeboy hero at Everton a few years ago. He now starts.
Homeboy, is that technical term? By the way, Newcastle with 5 outfield substitutes tonight. That is either an editing error or a frankly small amount of players on the bench today. Guys saying big match tonight, but ultimately Newcastle's fate is out of their hands. Yeah.
Well, I guess, for Champions League, obviously, for Europa League, that is a very, very vibrant AC Milan third shirt.
It is, yeah. I remember seeing this at the time. It's a lovely shirt, to be fair.
I'm not a fan, but it's vibrant.
Of course you're not. Anything with a bit of colour on it.
No, it's just not. It's pastel, that's what it is, isn't it?
ultimately it probably won't matter what happens in this match. I don't know. I'm confident that Dortmund will get something because they won't want to lose because them losing means they don't top the group.
Yeah.
And you want to top the group, obviously. I mean, I was scrolling through the mate today, all the teams that are going through and predicting who will go through, and we were looking at it, and it may be the worst quality of Champions League round of 16 ever.
Yeah.
Like we've got like City, Leipzig. I think you've got Napoli, Real, haven't you? But then there's like Lazio and Atletico Madrid, who that's all right, but
It does feel
not upper echelon of European football. You've got in there. Obviously, RB Leipzig, Manchester City. You've got who are the other weird ones? You've got like you could have Shakhtar Donetsk or Porto. You've got Barcelona who aren't all that exciting.
Like, unless City and Real manage to avoid each other, it feels like it would be one of those two against someone like a Lazio or an Inter, like it was last year.
Yeah, I'm just gonna double check now to see who else in there because I swear there's more interesting ones. Or there's a group I've forgotten about. Oh, Copenhagen, of course, are in there
Big
with
90
Bayern.
minutes and we're off.
And we're on the way here at St James's Park. It's Milan who get us started as they'll be looking to try and claim points away from home here to potentially progress in the UEFA Champions League. Here's Miley. Lovely composed pass through to Joe Linton. Gordon into Joe Linton. Newcastle looking to start fast here. Driving forwards now, Joe Linton. He loses possession. And they're fighting to hold on to it. That's an absolute dive from Tierney Reinders. But Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But he's on a free kick.
I'll say at the end of the day, winner of this guarantees Europa League and gives themselves a chance to qualify the Champions League. That is a horrendous dive from Loftus-Cheek, and the referee has been fouled.
Yeah. The other people, by the way, Arsenal, PSV, and then Sociedad Inter. It's not a very exciting Champions League round 16 stage.
I think it'd be exciting if Real and City get knocked out, because then it's like who on earth's going to win? But the problem is, unless they avoid each other, it's going to be one of those two teams against like Sociedad.
Yeah, I think because you're lacking the usual, because United are out already. You're lacking a Chelsea and a Liverpool in there that just spice up the Champions League a bit.
The only team that throw a curveball in
You've got
Bayern.
no Juventus in there.
Because
I think Bayern are very strong. I think they're up there.
I don't think PSG are in there. I mean, at this rate, they might. Depending on tonight, they might even be through.
PSG are never up there, really. I'm never convinced by them.
So even though they got so far, they lost to a Bayern side which was good, but I wouldn't say it was the best Bayern side in recent years. That was a very good
I was going to say, was it not the best Bayern side in recent years?
In terms of like...
They're on the sextuple.
Yeah, but come on.
Lewandowski scored a load of goals. Gordon playing with passion again as he jumps in front of Milan's pass.
Every time. The crowd love him. He does fit Newcastle. Like, imagine him at a terrible atmosphere. Like, he wouldn't fit Bournemouth. He'd scream at the crowd and they'll know about a noise. That's
saying hopefully Newcastle can scrape a 1-0 win. Guys, say if they draw, they can still go through on goal difference depending on what the scores are in the two matches. That PSG, okay. But yeah, also Newcastle could.
Well, that guy's got a stone.
Newcastle could draw obviously and confirm Europa League, so there's less pressure on them tonight.
Yeah.
But if they're in the draw, if they're drawing, do they go for the goal, or do they play safe for the Europa League? Depending on, I guess, the situation.
If Eddie Howe goes, right, lads. Dortmund are 1-0 up. Let's go for this.
Yeah.
PSG 3-0 up. We'll just take the point. Well, not take the point, but don't go gun ho. Good start.
Yeah, might as well just confirm. Mess from Tamori recovered by Mainan there.
And stacked it. I tell you what, that was a scary moment.
Yeah, just not confident there.
He managed to mess up so badly.
It's a ball pinged into the box. He just tried to clear it out quickly, and it swung up in the air. And then he's ran into Wilson.
He's actually won a free kick. He has. He's actually won a free kick. That's mental.
Goalkeeper protection at the end of the day, isn't it?
Reckon I'm a good game so far. Who's everyone?
Long go, Milan. Milan playing very high line, or Newcastle playing a very low one. I'm not sure. Wilson put the pressure on Tamori, but Tamori does well to see him off. And then clear the ball forwards, looking for Giroud. Giroud, he wins it off Livramento, but his pass ends up at the feet of Joe Linton, who finds Guimaraes. Back to Livramento now. Anthony Gordon. Gordon looking to drive inside. Dangerous from Anthony Gordon. He's pulled down by Tierney Reinders. Are we good? Well, that's good fun. But yeah,
Think so.
we're still fine?
Yeah. Still
Still live? Perfect. But yeah, Gordon driving inside there, pulled down. It was actually by Christian Pulisic, not Tiani Rangers. Nick Nack says, we're off yet. What my toast been paused for about 5 minutes. Yeah, we are underway, Nick Nack. Guy says, yeah, we're 4 minutes in. Gary says, also, it seems TFC's share connection has just died. Yeah, don't know what happened there, but we should still be good now.
Yeah, all right now.
So that's good. But yeah. Harry just pulled out a plug. Gary.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what happened. It looked like he pulled out loads of plugs.
No, it went down, so I just swapped the USB ports over and it's worked again. This is Kieran Trippier range, this.
Yeah, good position for this free kick. Kieran Trippier, and it's over the bar.
I tell you what, he does put some whippage on him, doesn't he?
Yeah. And Gary, just as what's the word? Unapproving of the Milan kit as you were earlier, saying, what is this AC Milan kit? They should be PSG with that kit, just to confuse everyone, yeah. Nick Nat says, oh wait, I'm watching the stream behind. Yeah, probably explains the problem then, doesn't it?
Don't worry. It happens to the best of us sometimes.
Here's Fabian Schär. Now Martin Dubravka. Atletico Madrid have gone 1-0 up against Lazio. That game means absolutely nothing, but of course it does dictate who finishes top of the group, so I guess there is a little bit to play for there.
Does that matter, though, in the Champions League?
Who tops the group?
I can remember.
Well, yeah, because it's seeded, isn't it? Top seeds play second seeds. Round 16.
I can never remember, right, which tournaments, like, round 16 are drawn and which ones are decided. It's international tournaments where it's decided, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like the winner, and then
because they've already drawn groups and stuff. Then it's another draw.
And it's the Champions League.
The Champions League likes another draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it says, can we have a full vote on the poll for us who can't decide? No. Absolutely not. Make a decision. Joe Linton. Trippier.
Just close your eyes and press one.
Yeah, we let it. Guy says, I don't mind the kit, it's just not AC Milan at all, like I would never have guessed. But they are from the fashion capital of the world, so who am I to say? Yeah. I quite like the kit.
Yeah, if you show me the back of the shirt, I'd have no. I guess that's for every team, isn't it?
Thing is, I would, but then I know it's an AC Milan kit, so. As a football kit connoisseur, I'll be well aware of which team it is. That's cleared away by Teo Hernandez. Giroud goes down holding his head, and Danny McAleer awards a free kick. A bit of a soft one, but that is the nature of the game today. If you go down holding your head, you do win a free kick.
What about this agree, by the way? Lascelles versus Giroud.
1-0 Porto, by the way.
I'm really looking forward to this. Oh, there's nothing in that. Lascelles kind of got his hand, just his hand rested on the back of Drew's neck as he tries to head the ball. And Drew's goes down like he's just been punched in the head.
Drama across group. Is it G? H. So Barcelona 1-0 down to Royal Antwerp. Porto are beating Shakhtar by a goal to 0. If Porto go on to win 2-0, or Barca concede again, Barca may not finish off the group.
That'd be good.
Which would be a monumental failure from Barcelona. It's the young lad Artur Vermeeren who is held in very high regard. In fact, Barcelona have been coveting him themselves. So, yeah, very, very exciting player, and he scored in that game.
There's a collision there again. I don't know what is going on with it. People keep running into each other. This time it's in Newcastle's favour. McAleer needs to get control. People just running into each other and falling over. First 8 minutes is so chaotic. This feels like a clown show. Yeah.
Nina says, what are you drinking tonight, Jack? Watermelon juice, and Yellowstone's guessing the drinks. Harry had a raspberry drink, and Jack's having passion fruit. Harry, what did you drink?
I don't actually know what it is. I couldn't tell you. I can't even what's on the bottle.
What did you pour it out of?
Like the milk carton kind of bottle.
What milk?
No, it's not milk. It's like I honestly can't remember what it's called. It tastes nice though. Drunk it all. Right?
There we go. I have a Twisted Fruits, which is a knockoff Fanta type thing. Basically fruit twist, but cheaper. So there you go.
I'll tell you what, neither side can put 5 passes together. It's that type of game tonight. We're 9 minutes in. I haven't seen a sequence of play. So there's nothing to commentate on. Honestly, the team make a couple of passes, and they just run into each other. The ref gives a free kick. The other team play a bit of football from it, and just boot it out of play.
Fabian Schär tries to play out to Trippier, and as you say there, demonstrated by Newcastle, trying to play over the top, or play it out wide, and it's gone out of play. Great throw from Trippier back. Little netting.
Yes, pass.
Yes, there we go.
No,
Teo Hernandez with the throw now.
Crowd, and the throw still hasn't been taken.
Giroud, Hernandez, Leao, Giroud, and he's lifted it towards the run of Yunus Musa. Swept up by Trippier though, and back to Dubravka. And he goes back to Kieran Trippier, who brings it under his control, and then goes back to Dubravka. And he reverses it to Fabian Schär. Schär now cushions it and then gives it back to Dubravka, who lifts it out wide again. It's another poor bit of distribution.
Blimey.
Do you think a lot of Newcastle problems in terms of build-up have come because of Martin Dubravka? Obviously a good goalkeeper, but nowhere near Nick Pope levels in terms of comfortability with playing out from the back. And also, this is brilliant from Leao, who's kept running despite a few challenges. Eventually ends up going down.
Just honestly.
Miguel Almiron was caught in the challenge, to be fair there, and Danny McAlee not happy with Alessandro Florenzi's reaction to that.
Rather than shouting there, you should book him.
No, I like it. You're going to shout at him, he's going to shout at you back. And now Miguel Almiron brings it under his control. The overlapping run from Miley goes ignored. He tries to play into Bruno, but it's a poor pass.
I don't know what's happening tonight.
From Almiron. Florenzi gives it to Musa. Musa back to Alessandro Florenzi. A lovely ball into Giroud. Fantastic from Florenzi. Now Leao gives it to Calabria. Here come Milan. And he's brought down by Gordon. It's a smart challenge for Anthony Gordon. Avoids a card. But it is going to be a free kick.
And the foul count is just totaling up at the moment.
Pulisic knocks it inside. Tiani Rain doesn't look like he might open up for a shot there, but he goes back. Here's Tomori. Now it's with Teo Hernandez, but his pass is cut out. Almiron. And he plays into Gordon. Here come Newcastle. Once again, this game flowing from end to end. Anthony Gordon just waiting for some support. Plays it inside. Bruno Guimaraes gives it across. Joe Linton takes aim. It's blocked. And that will go out for a corner. Has Minor kept that on?
Yes, he has, bro.
He has. Well done, Mike Minor.
Really good goal kick. And he realised smartly that if he went to dive for it and get it in his hands, it'd have gone off. Just deciding to kick it out. But Newcastle, they're the best because they managed to put a couple of passes together. Gary
Weissman quoting comfortability there in chat. And Nick Nat saying 5 extra players on the pitch. There is indeed 5 extra players. Almiron.
Yeah.
Trippier, Lascelles. And he had Schär open, but he drives forwards instead. Miley into Miggy Almiron. Now it's with Bruno Guimaraes. Here's Joe Linton. Joe Linton back into Bruno. Nice drive into the centre. He's brought down. And he lets play continue, Danny McAlee. Reinders into Leao. Leao now against 2, against 3, against 4 as Newcastle retreat. Fantastic tackle from Schär. But it's kept going by Leao. Pulisic plays it across. It's blocked and out for a corner. No, it's a goal kick. How on earth has he managed to give that out for a goal kick? What has Pulisic done there?
Perfect example of why you never stop in football. Because Joe Linton gets tackled there. Newcastle, everybody stops and complains it's a foul. Milan play on and just take the ball at the other end and launch a good attack.
Well, that's a good challenge from Leao, but yeah.
And
from
Pulisic. Oh dear.
Yeah, no, that's not a great attempt at crossing the ball.
He's had a mare there. You know, that is why I teach you when you're very young. You never stop playing until the whistle goes. And that is exactly why. Because Milan score there. Eddie Allen absolutely fuming.
Dubravka goes along with it. And Trippier manages to get the flick on Almiron here. Has he got the pace? He has not got the beating there of Teo Hernandez in a foot race. And Teo's run off with the ball. And then he throws it back. And I think he is going to be told off by Danny McAlee. I thought he was going to card him. But he just goes and points at his UEFA badge.
I think it's
and then says, no.
I am UEFA.
Yeah. I'll get Big Daddy UEFA to ban you. Joe Linton Can he open up his body for a shot? I mean, he can, but it's not really an effort that was going to trouble the Milan goalkeeper.
Yeah, like, damn it, just keep shouting at him and threatening him that he has cards, letting him know he has cards in his pocket, but he doesn't want to use them yet. I like that. It's good refereeing. Not card at me, but likes to let the play.
Waiting for some support. And he will let Tino Livramento come and take this throw then. Livramento gives it to Joe Linton. Joe Linton into Lascelles. Now it's Cher. Lascelles. Lewis Miley, nice touch, and he now goes back to Jamal Lascelles. Cher. Waiting for some options. Newcastle just being really suffocated by Milan. They can't go anywhere in possession at the moment. There's a lot of times where they're holding onto the ball and just look for the forward pass. And Milan just position themselves, shape-wise and actual body positioning in a way that means that Newcastle just cannot find a forward pass. Anthony Gordon, who's dropped in actually to get involved. Lascelles. Almiron, fast. Turn around the corner there into Joe Linton. Lovely pass. Smart from Almiron. Now Joe Linton. Livramento. Here is Anthony Gordon. Plays it to Almiron and it's smashed away by Calabria convincingly there. Miley. Trippier. Bruno. Plays it towards Miley. Back to Kieran Trippier. Almiron. Trippier can't get there. Milan throw. But yeah, exciting start to tonight's game then. It's Sheffield's Wednesday, level up away at Norwich. Florenzi.
No, I'm waiting for a side to play a bit of football. It's been very, very erratic.
Tamori, Florenzi, and that is pathetic. Now Joe Linton, Almiron, caught by Florenzi, not in the eyes of Danny Mackley. I'm not sure what game he's watching.
That one was more a foul than the other one.
Yunus Musa, strong chance from Trippier. Who's it come off? It has gone the direction of Newcastle.
I think it hit Trippier, kicked it into Isak, and then it hit Musa as it went out of play. Bit of fortune there.
Yeah.
For Newcastle.
If you're just tuning in, by the way, make sure to say hi in the live chat and make sure to vote in the poll in chat who you think will progress through to the round of 16. But yeah, Champions League draw, of course, on Monday. We would cover it if it was an hour later, but it just doesn't work really with our schedule, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll definitely be watching it, and we will probably be talking about it on stream on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Well, I will.
Oh, yeah.
Harry's not here. Almiron. Trippier, his touch escaped him. He's won it back off Rafael Leao. And here's some support. Miley. Almiron. Now it's with Bruno Guimaraes. Cher. Sizing up for a shot. And unfortunately for him, it's well over the bar.
Don't blame him though. We know he can hit some. He's hit some absolute pearling in his time.
The space just sort of opened up. No one pressed him, but none of the Newcastle front line actually made any movement. But yeah, a tame effort in the end, but a dangerous position for Newcastle and for Fabian Cher to find himself in.
No, good start to this game. I like the fact referee Trippier and Leao were tussling there. Could have easily blown for a free kick in either direction.
Right, my man there. Sending absolutely everyone on the pitch, including his own players, those who pretend to take a goal kick. Now he will take the goal kick down. He goes along with it, looking for the target forward. Olivier Giroud is being held by Jamal Lascelles, but doesn't really go. It's a mix of
really deep.
Miley almost wins it back.
And everyone from Milan playing on the last man.
Gianni Reinders, that's really good to drive through the numbers, drive through the lines of pressure. Leao plays into the box, cleared up into the air by Tino Livramento. Can someone for Newcastle bring the ball down? No, they can't. Tamori's header back towards Newcastle's back line. Giroud pokes it to Rafael Leao, but Giroud came from an offside position, and that's flagged up for offside. Ryan Tune with the classic high full stop. Fantastic to see you, Ryan. I hope you're doing all right, mate. And preemptively, I'm doing great, and Harry is alive. So all good here. Fabian Cher. Thank you for asking, Ryan. Ahead of him. Now I'm just waiting for the message. If not, I look like a melt.
Broken him.
She was 37 now. That's incredible.
Still going strong, isn't he? And he still has the ability, as a 37-year-old man, to scorpion kick a football.
Did you see that Ibra is back at Milan? Obviously retired from football, but he's back now as a I think a director or some
brilliant.
sort of
Imagine going
directing
to a board
capacity.
meeting and Zlatan Ibrahimovic just sat there.
Joe Linton pokes it towards
What a
goal.
tackle.
That is a magnificent tackle from Fikayo Tomori, showing exactly why he should be the first name on Gareth Southgate's playing ticket list.
Better be watching that. Southgate,
I hope
watching
so.
that. Phenomenal defending.
That is brilliant to get his foot around Almiron.
Brilliant from Joe Linton in the first place.
Shot.
And Almiron.
Phenomenal.
Could Almiron just... I mean, to be fair, Almiron should have hit with his right foot and scored. But he let it... You kind of...
Or control it, lift up with his right foot over Tomori.
Probably wasn't expecting a brilliant tackle
Ball
like
in,
that.
headed away by Giroud.
Because that is world-class defending.
Gordon. Back now to Valentino Livramento. There's a bit of pressure over Bruno Guimaraes. He sort of ran himself back a long way there. Nick Nack says Almiron had to put that on his right foot instead of his left. Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Nick Nack. Had an easy chance to score, but didn't back himself on his weak
doesn't
foot.
really matter which foot you go with. You got to go with the one that the ball hits is going to hit first.
Joe Linton, Wilson.
Very deep here. Of course, it is a very deep line for Newcastle. Both centre halves well into their own half.
Miley, that's a good interception from Yunus Musa, and Trippier keen to get things going quickly as he knobs or throws it back to Fabian Schär. And Schär now is carrying the ball forward, looking for some support.
The Newcastle line is, but earlier Schär was bursting through to have a shot.
Almiron. Now Lewis Miley. Miley and Almiron linking up on this right-hand side. It's back now with Miley, who turns well. Miley, Almiron, Guimaraes, Almiron. Nice movement around the corner, and Bruno there. His pass goes astray, and that's out for a Milan throw.
Bit of a poor pass over. Watch this bit of defending. Really good from Joe Linton.
Lovely run, and that is phenomenal from Fikayo Tomori.
So as a defender, you have to take a gamble. He's gambled at Almiron, which foot Almiron's going to take it.
Well, he's done all he could there, really.
Yeah, he could have also wiped Almiron out. So he's done really well there to get to the ball and block the shot and keep this game level.
Brilliant player. Absolutely brilliant player.
Gareth
Calabria's
Southgate.
kept that just about in play. Liveramento's header goes up in the air and it's out from Milan throw.
Someone send that kick to Gareth Southgate.
Yes.
Get him on the
And
play.
it also attach it with loads of Maguire mistakes.
Yeah.
Actually had a good season, to be fair, Maguire.
Yeah. He'll be there.
Thankfully, certain others won't.
Jordan Henderson. Calvin Phillips.
Literally the ones I was thinking of. Tino Livramento. Joe Linton tries to bring it under control for the Newcastle. Guimaraes gets fouled. Here's Jamal Lascelles. And Lascelles looking for forward options. Gives it into Lewis Miley. Back to Lascelles. And now it's with Fabian Schär. Dubravka. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Finds Lascelles again. And Dubravka goes along with it, looking for not Alexander Isak, Callum Wilson. Florenzi. Picks out Yunus Musa, tries to touch it to Leao. Still Yunus Musa with the ball now. Out wide to Rafael Leao, and his shot is wide. Poor from Leao, that. Got to be getting it on target at least in that sort of area. He just tries too hard to place it into the far corner.
It's a big miss from a player who should score from there.
It's really, really wide.
It's a tighter goal. You see him curling to the top corner, but he just leans his body too far across, as you say, tries to get too much curl on it. Should just absolutely leather it, or just place it. Just
in the end, almost ends up side onto the goal.
Yeah.
Really wayward effort, really wayward attempt.
Very random for a player his class.
From Rafael Leao. Joe Linton tries there to switch the play, but it's not come off. And now Leao is back into the game. And that's really good defending from Trippier. He did pull back Leao, but we'll ignore that. Lascelles, Wilson holds off Theo Hernandez. Really good. Yeah. Wilson there dropping in well, using his body to great effect. Tino Livramento. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Livramento options inside, and he's going to go back instead to Fabian Schär. Thanks everyone that's tuned in so far tonight. By the way, it's been brilliant to see. Of course, if you are new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We wanted to hit 2K by the end of the year. Don't think that's going to happen now unless a minor miracle occurs. But every single subscriber massively helps us out as we look to try and recover from what's been a difficult few months on the TFC channel. But we really appreciate the support tonight. It's been a good stream so far. Some decent numbers. But yeah, don't go anywhere. And if you want to, share the stream out on all your social medias with all your mates. And try and get loads of people in chat. It would be massive for us. So yeah, any support is greatly appreciated.
Wait for played to their laces. Didn't think I'd see this in the Champions League. David Florenzi taking his gloves off so he can do
Alessandro, but yeah, taking off his to his laces. That is quality.
What's he gonna do next? Run over to the side and get his dad to do it? Come on,
nah,
mate.
Get a ball boy. Wilson. Holds it up, wow, Guimaraes. Now Joe Linton. Joe Linton looking to cross it. Almiron on target, but into the hands of Mike Mainan.
Yeah, good hands there. Comfortable in the end, but a save he had to make. Decent header from Almiron, who isn't renowned for his heading ability. Decent there, Gordon uses his strength. Oh, okay, what is going on here? What's the
call back for an early foul on Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That says interesting that Howe doesn't play Trippier at left back like Southgate does. Yeah, I think obviously given the fact their injury was at left back, they want to keep Trippier in his natural position and then just change the left back. I think is probably his thinking there. But I find it interesting as well that he hasn't used Lewis Hall as a left back because we know he's very, very good there. So. Brilliant, though, interception that from Tino Livramento as Newcastle look to spring forwards again. Good defending. Livramento caught there by Tiani Rangers, and surely that's a yellow. No intention to play the ball. No, he just gets a fist bump from the ref. And that's it. Kind of feel sorry for Livramento having to play left back, doesn't he? Like, I don't. I'm sure he's buzzing with the opportunity to play in the first team, and he's taken it with both hands, and really run with it.
From the reverse game that these two played at the San Siro, in match week 1, roles reversed, all Newcastle, dominated the play, dominated the amount of shots.
I wouldn't say it's all Newcastle. I think both sides have been alive in this game. It's a game that's really been full of action at both ends. Very lively affair so far. So I wouldn't say it's been all either side. But I do agree Newcastle have been the better team. Bruno Guimaraes, and he's lost possession. Here come Milan, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic. And it's just too slow there, and it's one back by Almiron. Bruno. Guimaraes, here's Almiron, Trippier overlapping, Kieran Trippier now, ball in, blocked by Yunus Musa. Lewis Miley, now it's with Miguel Almiron. Livramento. Gordon. Schär. Jamal Lascelles. Here is Miguel Almiron. Livramento. And it's Gordon again. Plays it inside to Joe Linton. Here is Bruno Guimaraes. Miley. Trippier. Joe Linton. Miley. Bruno Guimaraes trying to find Lewis Miley but can't. A good play from Newcastle so far.
Yeah, much better football.
Yeah, also a quick question to people in chat as well, just away from the game. We've been doing some planning over here at TFC. Just got a little thing asking for suggestions. We're doing our Christmas podcast next week. So if anyone's got any suggestions or anything they want us to talk about on the show, please do to comment them either on here, on the Discord, anything like that, and we'll consider them. Because we're just trying to work out what we're going to do with that. We've done the Christmas podcast the last 2 years. Usually we eat a lot of food. We rank a few things. We discuss football. We do a couple of games, that sort of stuff. Probably be similar things. But if anyone's got any suggestions of stuff they'd like to see, then comment that. Newcastle going forwards here, and Wilson brought down. Florenzi heading it back to Mike Mainan.
Tell you what, it is really smart defending from Milan at the moment. Just nothing silly. Do what they need to do. And they know they just need to manage it at this moment in time. Because Newcastle is just pushing.
Pulisic. Had options inside, and he goes now to Tiani Reinders. He thought he might look for that ball in behind immediately, but he goes back instead to Tamori. It's Newcastle. It was Milan look to maintain possession here. Hernandez. Here's Yunus Musa, who's dropped to left back to receive the pass. Hernandez back to Mainan. Newcastle have done really well here to force Milan back to their goalkeeper. And now they do go long, looking for the run of Yunus Musa, And Newcastle recover it. Here is Tino Livramento, tries to go around Ruben Loftus-Cheek, but he's forced off, and Milan in possession again. Really good defending that from Jamal Lascelles. Looked calm, looked assured as he took the ball off. Yunus Musa was driving through the middle of the pitch. Here's Tiani Reinders. Lovely outside the boot pass, looking for the run of Leao, but it's not quite pinpoint. And now Newcastle look to come the other way. Trippier plays it down the line. Miguel Almiron tries to play it to the centre. Cut out by Tamori and smashed into the crowd. Newcastle doing okay so far. Game looks theirs to be won, considering in the away time Newcastle barely had a kick. Yeah. You make a good point.
So still 15 minutes left of this half. Long time to go.
And Danilo Sican has levelled up the scores for Shakhtar Donetsk against Porto. It's now 1-0 in that game.
And the ref says no again.
Danny Mackley, how did he let this game run?
Yeah.
Pulisic. Calabria, Pulisic, and he's taken that off the pitch.
Really smart from Bruno there. Gets the crowd, takes the opportunity to get the crowd up as well. Newcastle just trying, they know they can take the ascendancy now. They put themselves in very good stead.
Yeah. Celtic 1, final 0. That is interesting. I was looking at today, if Celtic can win and avoid conceding, they will have a better record than United in the Champions League this season.
That would be brilliant.
Which, given they're in a group with Atletico Madrid, Lazio, and Feyenoord, which is undoubtedly more difficult than Copenhagen, Galatasaray, and Bayern Munich, I think that's quite the impressive feat.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lazy pass.
And shocking from United, who have the worst record of any English club in the history of the UEFA Champions League in a group stage.
Yeah.
So, well done to United, always breaking records, Ten Hag. I saw someone say, could Ten Hag become the first manager to get manager of the month and get sacked in the same month?
That is absolutely mental, though. The fact they got manager of the month.
Yeah, that is.
And they clean sweep all the month awards.
Yeah.
Apart from saving the month. So Nana doesn't save anything.
Well, Milan were coming forwards, but now it's with Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes. Forced back here. And Milan able to put them under the cosh, but he goes back to Fabian Schär. He can drive the ball forwards. Schär into Gordon. Anthony Gordon thought he was sizing up a shot. Goes to Lewis Miley. Plays it to Joe Linton. And he smacked it home. And reacts with very muted celebrations. He knows his game's far from won. A little nod to the crowd. A little kiss. And now he's jogging off somewhere. I'm not sure where. I think it might just be... No, it's over to the subs bench, I think. But a big goal for Newcastle. A good finish as he jogs over to Jason Tindall and Eddie Howe. Didn't realise Howe was there behind the massive Jason Tindall. But there we go. Milan are behind. Newcastle 1, Milan 0. An important goal for Newcastle. That would currently see them through.
It's an absolutely brilliant strike. He does really well. It's good football for Newcastle. You felt it was coming really good from Gordon here. Drives the ball forward. Shifts it into Linton.
Lewis Miley to Joe Linton. Lovely finish as well. The technique on that is incredible. Lovely effort.
You don't save those.
Lewis Miley now with a Champions League assist to his name as well. Well done, lad. Well done.
My man couldn't get anywhere near it.
And as that goes into Newcastle, we've got a goal in Antwerp as Barcelona draw level. Knick-Knack saying, never get why people get excited about outside the boot passes. No different to playing on the inside of the boot with your other foot. Yes. Or same foot, really. But I think outside the boot passes look cool.
They do look cool, don't they?
There's something about an outside the boot pass that just is exciting, isn't it?
It is quite good.
Bosh, what a goal, says Knick-Knack. First touch, that's it perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, lovely finish from Joe Linton. Really well taken effort, that. And it puts Newcastle ahead. It's bounced around the box here as Milan trying to bundle it home. Hasn't worked. Alas. And it's back now with Mike Minan.
So this would knock PSG out, send Newcastle through on head-to-head.
Yeah.
Which would be massive. PSG in the Europa League at the moment.
Hilarious.
That is brilliant. And Batley rocking up at... God, He could rock out at West Ham.
Well, so if they'd have to play the playoff round, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I guess a second seed team.
God.
And then they could play West Ham. Which would be hilarious, by the way. Watching Kurt Zouma mark Kylian Mbappe out of the game.
Rocks at the London Stadium. James Ward-Prowse has got your league trip to...
Karen Brady tries to side him.
Yeah.
David Moyes tries to convince him.
David Moyes. Hey, you can't play up front with Antonio.
That would be the best strike partnership in the history of the game.
Would it? Really?
100%. Forget Sturridge and Suarez. Forget all the other ones.
Yeah.
We've now got Drogba and Elka. Everything like that. Forget that.
Antonio and Mbappe.
Antonio Mbappe is going to go off. Aston Martin, because they are old, vintage, but fast and good.
Yeah. Love it.
And James Bond loves them. Florenzi. Now Teo Hernandez, Leao. So it looks like Florenzi's decided he's now playing left centre half and Teo Hernandez has gone left back. Which is probably how I'd have had that at the start. Gordon. He's trying to run away here from Pulisic, and he has done that successfully. Anthony Gordon uses his pace excellently as he's managed to break into the Milan third and win a throw now. Nick says PSG edging possession and goal attempts but only one effort on target so far. Thank you for the update, Nick Knack. Appreciate it, mate. But yeah.
It's not what they need.
No, so let's have a look at the live table then. So as things stand, Lamine Yamal boy with an assist in the Barcelona game.
Of course.
Good for the lad. As things stand, it would be Borussia Dortmund through, top of the group. Newcastle United would be through into the Champions League round of 16 stage, based on head-to-head, I believe. I think.
And if Dortmund score a goal, PSG are in big trouble.
Yeah. And PSG are guaranteed some sort of European football, but...
They don't want the Europa League.
That is funny. Is that Enrique gone? And Miley gets fouled there. It's a good area for the free kick here.
Possibly. They're only just go back to the top of the table. Europa League.
If he wins the Europa League, that is PSG's first European trophy, so... Is that not better than any other PSG coach? Because they're going to win the league, unless Farioli can keep Nice doing well and somehow Milan and PSG fall off a cliff. Exactly.
Yeah. And Batley just...
To win the French league, not only do you have to do really well, you have to hope the PSG don't.
Yeah. Hoping Batley just gives up for a weekend.
And Farioli was smashing it early on, and now they've started to realise that actually they can't just get away with not being very good at scoring goals.
Yeah. It's not like... I think if you have an off weekend in the Ligue 1, you find yourselves 5 points off PSG, and the league's done. 2-0
Atleti, by the way, they're striking their stuff now against Lazio. Ball into the box from Newcastle, headed away by Tomori. It's bouncing around on the edge of the area, no one able to lay a claim to it. And now it's with Rafael Leao, and he's got a 2-on-1 situation, but he hasn't even beaten one, let alone beaten two. And then he fouls Tino Livramento. Just frustration seeping into his game there, Leao, as he couldn't beat the young fullback.
He's been brilliant to step up and replace Dan.
Trippier lifting it towards Lewis Miley, made a run out on this right-hand side, and he's managed to win a corner there. Really good from Miley, that.
He don't look 17. I don't mean appearance-wise. I mean the way he operates himself on a football pitch. Maturity, experience, class. You could not guess that bloke's still in school. Or what could be still in school.
Yep.
Crazy.
How? What? When
He's in the
was he
Champions
born?
League. I'm talking about him. And he's Kieran Trippier. He's not still in school.
He is 4 months older than me. No, more than that.
Playing in the Champions League.
He is 5 months older than me.
Ball in.
Well, that is just great, isn't it? That is so good.
First yellow card of the evening. And
it goes to Rafael Leao. 2 silly fouls in succession there. One earlier on Tilo Livramento about 65 seconds ago. And there he just catches Almiron in
I'll tell you what,
the back of the head with an elbow.
If his eyes were pointing in a different direction, he'd been off. Because he does elbow in the face. Looks accidental because he's looking the other way. But I'm sure that if he was looking at Almiron there, he's off. I'm going to give him a deep hit on his neck. A random place with deep hit.
Maybe he got a club on the back.
Or his goal was so cold.
So powerful. Yeah, it just went through the shoulders.
Yeah.
Almiron milking that. You can go up now. He's been booked. Yeah, knick-knack. 100%.
Tamori not happy at all. Joe Linton ready to get going again. Now he's finished putting deep heat on his neck. 5 minutes to go this half. Been a very quick half. A lot of action, lots happened. In a goal. That guy's got his Newcastle builder's hat. Incredible that. Imagine going to the effort to paint a Newcastle build. I guess it is just black and white stripes, isn't it? You stick a sticker on the front. But I love it. Absolutely love it. It's unique. What other team used to wear a bloke trying to build a hat in the colours of his team? An incredible dedication. That one has gone off, by the way, because the physio came on to check it was alright.
Fans seem a bit nervous, don't they? Says Nick-Nack, understandably, I guess. Yeah, it's a big moment, of course, for the home support. And now Trippier will look to deliver this free kick. It's a decent area for this. Ball whipped into the box. Joe Linton can't get a clean header. Alessandro Florenzi then clearing it away, and Livramento touching it back to Joe Linton, whose pass leaves a lot to be desired, and that's out of play.
It's a ghost run down the left there, Joe Linton.
2 on Porter, by the way. Wenderson Galeno with his second goal of the game. He's had quite the impressive Champions League campaign, to be fair, Galeno. Or potentially Heleno, I'm not sure. But that is his 5th, I believe, maybe 4th Champions League goal of the season.
That's pretty decent, that, 6 games.
2 there.
But it's mental to think we are already at the conclusion of the group stage. It's an incredible, very fast year of football so far.
Oh, maybe not.
Heading into the new year.
He's on 4.
Still pretty decent.
He's got a brace. Both times played Shakhtar Donetsk.
Good for him.
Bloody 8. Bloody 8's loves playing Shakhtar Donetsk. Sorry, they bloody 8 playing against him. Just keeps scoring. Can't score against Barcelona or Antwerp, but give him Shakhtar Donetsk and suddenly he's got a brace.
Yeah, it's incredible. You do get players like that. You will just score in certain teams they play against. Well, that's brilliant from
Pulisic coming forwards. Calabria, Hernandez, Musa. Milan committing numbers to this attack. That, though, was really poor from Musa, not realising that he didn't have an option on the overlap. And Newcastle coming forwards now. Wilson against Tamori. Tamori wins the header. Now Davide Calabria. And he's going backwards now to Mike Minor. Going on to the stream. Who is this Scottish guy on comms? I'm not sure if he's Scottish, though.
Ali McCoist.
Probably Ali McCoist. Ali McCoist is a very good commentator. We love Ali McCoist.
Legend.
But also, Gary, why are you listening to them comms? Got the best comms. I'm joking. Hope you're enjoying the TNT broadcast.
I wouldn't. Rio Ferdinand, Jermaine Genius are there.
I know. Ferdinand's not allowed.
He's still stuck in...
he's still crying. Still crying after last night's defeat. Trippier wins the ball hard at the pitch, but it's now back in possession of Milan. Here is Loftus-Cheek. Joe Linton stepped up. Loftus-Cheek then made the pass forward and it didn't come to anything. Bit of a sloppy few minutes here, but now Wilson's giving chase to a ball that is coming forwards for Newcastle. Wilson against Tamori. Does well to come inside. It's then cleared away by Davide Calabria, but it falls to Lascelles, and now Newcastle can come forward looking dangerous. Trippier gives it to Almiron. Ball into the box, blocked by Florenzi, and it's another Newcastle corner. They're ramping up the pressure here. And the Newcastle home support are ecstatic with their team's performance so far. And now a chance from this set piece to get another one. To double their advantage. Trippier over this again.
So we're getting to this. I mean, they score here now. It's incredible. Great timing. And give themselves a very good chance. That corner's not going to happen. We've got 2 minutes additional time.
And ref just picking up there on Wilson and Yunus Musa. Being a little bit over-aggressive with each other in the box. I think it's that Musa's arm is up.
No,
sorry, Wilson's arm is up. And Danny Mackley is not happy with these two at all. He said that both of you will be booked if you don't stop it. Both trying to protest their innocence. Ball in from Trippier. And Mike Moynihan's been brought down there as Lascelles' header was on target. And I think Moynihan's going to get a yellow card for his reaction there.
Hang on, Drew.
He is.
Why is he reacting like that? Because the ref gave it. The ref gave it. I don't know why Moynihan's reacting like that.
Silly. He's complaining he's been fouled 2 times, but that was a really silly reaction. The foul was already given. And he's kicked off at the ref.
Oh, Jesus Christ. A-star acting there from Moynihan. He bumps into Joe Linton and goes down like he's had a bullet in the back of the head.
Got a yellow card there for his complaints.
Yeah. No, he's getting told to move back as well. He's not having a great time. Let's just send him off in a minute.
Matt has had enough. Who got booked? My nan, Nick Nack. She's been beating people up.
Yeah. He's moaning about Wilson B. Why can't Wilson be there? I don't know what Wilson's allowed to be there.
Yeah, he's kicked over him anyway.
Yeah, after all that. It's actually gone for the whole Newcastle team.
But Newcastle's playing it so smartly. It's a foul, by the way. Newcastle's playing it so smartly because they're really getting under the skin of Mike Moynihan for no reason.
They've done nothing. They've done absolutely nothing. Yeah. He's getting so riled up. And I think this will be the last kick of the game. Dubravka will just send this long.
Because obviously they call it after 45.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Still 45 minutes to go. Moynihan's been a bit naughty here, and Gary cannot trust her.
Complete menace to society.
And the ball lifted forward by Dubravka and Danny Mackley. Soon enough. That's the half. It's Newcastle 1, AC Milan 0. A strong start for the Toon. They know, of course, they must rely on PSG losing or drawing in order to progress. And that is happening at the moment. So as our live table suggests, Newcastle would be top. We'll go through, second in the group. Still 35 minutes to go. They're the only goal in the game. A Joe Linton effort. Well taken from the edge of the area. But that is half time. Newcastle 1, AC Milan 0.
Yeah, really enjoyable half football. Really good game. And I think Newcastle do deserve to be in the lead here. They're probably been the better side over the 45 minutes. More of the ball, more of the shots, much more momentum going in their favour. And we said that would be a big thing, in front of the home crowd. They've given it a real good go. And they are, as you say, so far are going through, as PSG still can't break the deadlock against Borussia Dortmund, who are already qualified. So good half football. Hopefully it replicates itself in the second half, because that was a really good watch. A lot of action. Both sides had good attempts on goal. Both times came forward with attacking intent. A few yellow cards handed out. Very nitty gritty.
Yeah.
There's potential to boil over at some point in that second half. See what happens.
Hopefully so. Nick now says, who knew Joe Linton could score goals like that? Anyone who watched Hoffenheim in 2019, 2018, something like that.
He's been brilliant tonight. He's been brilliant all season. He was brilliant all last year. Midfield, Joe Linton is unrivalled compared to Steve Bruce, who played him out on the left wing.
They played him up front. They bought him thinking he was a striker because they didn't watch Hoffenheim. Then realised that didn't work because he didn't really play as a striker.
No.
And then they tried playing him out wide. That didn't really work. But under Howe, he's unlocked the best out of Joe Linton as this not conductor, but a box-to-box midfielder, I think is the best way you could describe him. And yeah, he looks incredible. So
that's what Howe's done with. That's why Newcastle's doing so well. That's what Howe's done with a lot of Newcastle players. Done it with Joe Linton, done it with Gordon. Even Almiron, or not too much this year, but especially last year.
Yeah.
Got these players to find their best form, and they've looked brilliant.
Joe Linton really reminds me of Wijnaldum when he played for Newcastle. Very much a stopgap player, and similar to Wijnaldum actually at Liverpool. Very much, you don't look at Wijnaldum, you don't look at Joe Linton as players that could win the Champions League, but they're solid, they do the job, and they're a stopgap until you do find someone that is that quality. And I think he's done really well, Eddie Howe, he's worked well with a few different players. I think you mentioned Gordon there.
Yeah.
Who's someone we spoke about in a video the other week, so go check that out as well if you haven't watched that already. But he's done well with a few different players to develop them into playing the roles he requires from them. And especially with Gordon, who's developed a much more well-rounded threat compared to the very raw, very ineffective Gordon we saw last season. But yeah, with Joe Linton as well, he's matured him a lot. And actually, I think the biggest thing is he has confidence now, Joe Linton, to carry that ball forward, to take shots on the edge of the box, to bring the ball down and just spank it home from the edge of the area. So, yeah, very good. Guy says Newcastle having 8 shots doesn't surprise me. The Italians strike more of a wine type rather than shots. That is very, very good from Gary. Nick Nack saying nearly 60% possession for Newcastle. Really impressive statistics. Just found back as well. So good to see so many people in chat. Thank you guys for tuning in this evening.
And I'll see the most recent kind of product of Eddie Howe's nurture scheme. Lewis Miley. He's been brilliant.
Is that Eddie Howe's nurture scheme?
Well, I think he's giving
him the opportunity. Yeah, 100%.
He may not nurturing him, but he's certainly he's taking the pressure off, giving him the best environment possible to perform. That is exactly what he's doing, performing to a very high standard at a very young age.
Yeah, he looks like a really good player, but it doesn't feel like it's much of a... I think, it'd be interesting to see, obviously, in future seasons whether the same opportunity is afforded to young players. Obviously, Miley's opportunities are a consequence of the sheer number of injuries that Newcastle have suffered, and actually once we get to January and they're able to bring in they're able to recruit, they're able to bring in new players, does Miley get as many minutes? I'm not sure, because will they bring another midfielder? Probably. You'd imagine so. I mean, it depends on
Sean
obviously
all right,
well, it depends whether Sean Longstaff's back from injury soon or not. So yeah, we'll see what happens there, but I definitely think Miley's a future starter for this Newcastle team, and he definitely plays the same role as Sean Longstaff really well. Yeah. So, yeah.
But it just feels like this Newcastle team is ticking. I think the problem is they do have a few off games, obviously, 4-1. I know they're still struggling with a lot of injuries, but 4-1 at Newcastle on the weekend, against Tottenham on the weekend, they've really come back from that game and responded perfectly tonight.
Yeah, the other thing with Miley as well is a future England midfield of Miley, Bellingham, and Kobe Mainu. Is it Mainu? Mainu, isn't it? Kobe Mainu. That really excites me. I mean, watching all 3 of those recently, they've done quite well. That's without considering that Declan Rice will still be playing for another 10 years, so he'll be in there. So
what a turnaround at the King Power.
I was going to say, on the 48th minute, United West got bottom level, 50 seconds, they are now 2-1 in front.
That is a kind of game that wins you leagues.
That's why they're sat top of the league by a point.
And I think that signals nicely how this game is far from over. Because AC Milan can come out and do exactly the same thing in the second half. We still have a big 45 minutes coming up.
Probably not in 7 minutes, but you never know. You never know.
And I think they're going to get. They've got to go for this now because they're out of all Europe as it stands. Same, I'm sure. PSG in that dressing room, over in Europe, they will also be knowing they are out of the Champions League as it stands. They need to get a goal. They need to up their performance. Dortmund, they're probably on a party.
2-1 Norwich as well. That's what we need to see. Nina says, unusual for 17-year-olds to get many minutes in the Premier League these days. Rooney, Owen, Milner are the ones that spring to mind. And Giggsy. Yeah, probably not best. Best not to mention Ryan Giggs on here. Yeah. But yeah, the others are all good examples. I don't think of any other young players in recent history. The problem is, there's not many. Obviously, we had Harvey Elliott of Fulham when he burst onto the scene. The youngest ever Premier League player, isn't he? Other than Ethan Nwaneri, of course. But at the time, he was the youngest ever Premier League player.
I wasn't counting because he got a sub appearance. That's not really.
Yeah, he got 3 minutes off the bench at 15. And it's like, yeah, we could sub if you're 5 and up, you could sub a 3-year-old on.
Equally, it's fucking mental, by the way.
Yeah.
15 years old, but, and I mean, I think it says a lot, though, about, we speak about Joe Linton anyhow, that Joe Linton didn't really celebrate, and then eventually, went and jogged over to Joe Linton. He went over and jogged over to Eddie Howe and gave him a hug, and then hugged Jason Tidwell, because, of course, he was there. Great reaction from the studio.
Where's the other people gone? They had 5 people in there. They made 2 of them leave.
Shay Gibbons done a runner. Well, don't blame you. I want to sit in a room.
That's what's confusing me is why have they got why is Shay Given there but not there?
I know.
Surely he's the one person they want there.
Then let Rio cry for United. Really good for Newcastle. AC
and
Milan
I've
needs
no idea why Jermaine James is there because has he ever played in the Champions League?
He played for Newcastle, didn't he?
Jermaine Genius?
I swear he played for Newcastle.
Let's have a look now.
I thought he did. Yeah, I would say he played for Newcastle.
Ah, too fair, yeah, no, he did.
Not very well, but...
4 seasons at Newcastle, 110 appearances.
How many goals?
9.
9. Where did he actually play?
Midfield.
He is just not... He's just so... Oh, he's frustrating. Equally, it's poor representation of Milan.
Did he ever play?
For England?
No.
Wow.
Christ.
He
did.
Southgate would pick him up.
Oh, yes. He played 21 games for England.
21. Jermaine Genius has 21 England caps.
I don't want to talk about that. I want to find out whether he ever played in the Champions League.
Yeah. I doubt it. I mean, they came up Forest. They were very good, weren't they? Not
he played he was at Newcastle in 2001-2 season, which they qualified for the Champions League.
But did he play? Because if Jermaine Genius has a Champions League appearance, I'm going to cry. Yeah, watching this in back. Oh, brilliant defending that. We've seen one highlight. Mbappe rounded. So Barcola has hit the post, and Mbappe rounded Kobel, knocked it past the goalkeeper, but it was Schlotterbeck on the line, sliding across his own goal line to hook it out for a corner. Brilliant defending that. And that so far is keeping Newcastle in the Champions League and knocking PSG out. So 2 big 45-minute halves coming up, both at the Signal Iduna Park and at St James's Park.
Yeah. To be fair, he's got a good 30, maybe 40, maybe even 50 appearances in the Champions League.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's played 57 Champions League
games. That's
games.
Insane. Is he ever won a trophy? Jermaine Genius.
He won 2 trophies. He won PFA Young Player of the Year in 02-03 and the Football League Cup in 07-08.
So he must have been a decent footballer.
There was a lot was expected of him, then he picked up loads of injuries and now he's a really shit presenter.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. Better player than he is commentator. That is without a shadow of a doubt. I remember when he hosted the World Cup draw and I was just like, what's the World come to?
So bad.
Honestly, they've not got a single other human that could have done that.
I can't stand him. He just frustrates me so much.
Lewis Wayman, welcome to the stream. Oi oi, which is the most interesting way to introduce yourself. How are we getting on, boys? We're doing great, Lewis. Great to see you, mate. And Nick Nack saying he did score some worldies in his time. Genius.
Yeah, but he's also a twat.
It's not a twat. He's just a bit irritating to listen to on TNT.
He's a terrible presenter. Him and Rio and Skulls do my head in. Like when they got...
But at least Rio and Skulls were really good players, so you can sort of go over it.
Like when they get the United games, they get Rio, Skulls, Savage and Hargreaves, and it is just crap. Imagine Sky did that. Like, so they got Carragher and Neville. Imagine they got just loads of Liverpool players.
Well, Savage never played for...
I know, but...
I don't believe he played Tottenham, no?
I thought he got played for. I thought there was loads of United people there for no reason.
Seems to have a lot of ex-United players.
It's just Paul Scholes. He's an interesting bloke.
Even when it's not United, they get loads of United players on.
Yeah. Like, why is Rio... I know TNT and all that, but still.
Yeah, he's sort of like their guy, which I don't get. Because he's not very good.
Like, Sky have got, like, Carragher and Neville, and they're quite funny sometimes. Rio's just not. Rio just isn't any... He has no personality. That isn't, I hate the Glazers. Oh, United are
That's
rubbish.
more Neville.
Yeah.
Nick Nat saying they pop up on the Sky Goals of the Season programmes every now and then. I love those. And Nick Nat saying I don't mind Rio. And then Chessman saying Nick Nat keep 1-0 down. Nick Nat says, uh-oh. Are they on tonight? Let's
Southampton are
have a
a
look.
strange football club, by the way. Honestly, I thought they'd take the championship by storm.
1-0 down to Coventry. Who are
God.
currently sat 14th in the league. Had you right with that goal?
Oh, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Scored against me.
They just signed him from Antalyaspor.
Yeah, no, good player.
Why? What? This is the player with the weirdest career path ever. He was at New York Cosmos from January 2015 to December 2015, and then there is no record of him playing football until January 2017. Meaning, what did he do for 14 months? We then turned up at Schalke.
Yeah.
Never played for them. Oh, sorry, didn't play for them first season. Went out on loan at Sandhausen, then back to Schalke. Free transferred from Venlo to Sonderskeki, on loan to Antalyaspor, and then permanently to Antalyaspor, before ending up at Coventry.
Good for him.
How has he done that?
Good for him, eh? What a career. What a
Sure.
career.
But no idea how he's managed to pull any of that off.
Neither.
But well done. Lewis saying, there's a lot of said, but TFC X Sky Sports new commentators will make the Prem watchable. There we go. High praise. Thank you, Lewis.
That's very high praise. I wouldn't quite put us up there with Peter Drury.
Don't think so,
Not quite.
no. But we'll take any gig. TNT, if they'll have us.
Oh, we could do TNT.
Us and Ali McCoist.
Yeah. Who's that? I don't know. I can even take Darren Fletcher in it, not the footballer, the commentator, and then Paul Scholes. I know I can be a bit of a pain sometimes, but I'm more bearable than Paul Scholes.
Yeah, but they want an annex player on there rather than just us and
I've played a bit of
Ali
football in my
McCoist.
time.
Ali McCoist's an ex player, to be fair.
Yeah.
But we could also get, I don't know, could we just have Joe Cole on there all the time?
Yeah, Joe Cole, Jimmy Ford Hasselbank.
Yeah, we'll just get loads of Chelsea players. Anyway, a lot of talk about the Championship in chat at the moment, which is odd for a Champions League stream, but we'll run through it anyway. Talking about Coventry and Nick Nat saying the best hopes of the playoffs. Chelsea fan says, I think Leicester and Ipswich will come up. Nah, mate. Ipswich are going to fall off. Convinced.
I've always said I think it'll be Leicester and Leeds and Ipswich will come third and then bottle the playoffs.
I am going to say, let's have a look at the Championship and make a decision on the cuff. I think West Brom are going to get promoted.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I like Carlos Corberán.
Okay, they get absolutely. They play? They're all right, to be fair. But I don't. I mean, they'd beat the Sheffield United side that are in the Premier
And
right
also,
now. But that is not
I
very
want
high.
to see Carl Bartley back in the Prem.
Carl Bartley in the Premier League.
Semi Ajayi,
Thing is,
Cedric Kipre, Daniel
That sounds
Furlong.
mental, but they beat the Sheffield United team. That are in I still don't know how they're in the Premier League. I don't get it. They're crap. They're absolute crap. They've kicked off all the way in Dortmund. They're ready to go.
But I know a load of mates who support Ipswich, and they were talking about their chance of going up today. And I was just saying, if they do go up, they are going to get smashed. I know they've got a lot of investments. They'll probably just buy a whole new team, which Nottingham Forest have proven can't really work. But they did stay up, so maybe they're all right on that front. But I look at their team, and there's not a lot there that is Premier League quality. Like Hladky, Walton, both goalkeepers aren't. Tanasi and Burgess, Tuon Zabi, Wolfenden, Leif Davis Brandon Williams maybe.
I think if you put them in this year, they'd beat Sheffield United because they're crap.
I don't look at any of them midfielders
They'd
as
beat Burnley
particularly
because
impressive.
Burnley have not adjusted, and I think Ipswich would adjust.
Their only player that would is Amari Hutchinson, but he's a Chelsea player. So.
I think they'll have a good chance this year. It'll be between them and Luton if you put them in there now. But I think again, it depends who they come up with. Because like Luton have come up with Burnley and Sheffield United, and Burnley can't play. They're trying to play too good football, and Sheffield United will iterate however many times is necessary. Are absolute dog shite.
Lewis says Harry Jack and Micah Richards top commentary trio. Well, Micah doesn't really, or Micah Richards doesn't really do commentary, but
fun challenges.
But final score, bin off Robbie Savage.
Yeah,
you know the other people on there.
That's my boy.
Yeah, get us on there. Maybe
you know that was on BT Sports Score.
That's what I'm saying. Final score.
No,
oh, that was the BBC one. Sorry.
As well.
Maybe just combine them all in one package. Anyway, right going away for the second half here. It's Newcastle that will get started
Big R.
For another 45 minutes of action in the UEFA Champions League.
Us sat there, Royce Ranganathan and Mike Richards and Jamie Redknapp.
We've got to be on opposing teams, though. I'll demand that. Yeah.
Me, Jill Scott and Jamie Redknapp.
And we're underway. Newcastle getting us started. They lead 1-0 in the... Well,
Big R.
At the moment, they would be into the Champions League knockout stages as Gordon tries to take the ball on this left-hand side. Calabria wins it back. And it is won back by Gordon. A bit messy in this corner now as nobody can really get on the ball. Joe Linton jostling with Loftus-Cheek. And it's cleared away by Loftus-Cheek and headed back inside.
On comms.
Bruno Guimaraes. Now Jamal Lascelles.
The legend himself.
How would gob off Roy Keane?
Oh, I'd beat him in an argument.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I'd beat Roy Keane in an argument.
He'll shout at you and get scared. Callum Wilson takes aim, but it's a poor effort.
Of Roy Keane.
He should be.
On a football pitch, I would. In a studio, I'm not.
Not anymore, you just run away. He's not catching you, is he?
Yeah, I'll just...
No, he's just respecting him back at the stage. Incredible footballer, but now...
I can put in some decent challenges sometimes compared to
Roy Keane. No, you can't. Every tackle you make should be a yellow card.
That's what I'm saying. It's Roy Keane-esque.
All right, I wouldn't describe them as decent challenges. Maybe it was the 1950s.
I think I'd give him a good go.
Tijani Reinders. Now it's with Christian Pulisic. Looking to take on Tino Livramento. Pulisic. And it's with who's number 42? Florenzi.
He's in a very weird position at the moment.
It's because he's pushing up into midfield.
Nah.
Either for centre half or fullback, I have no idea. Very complex Milan system. I'm loving it.
I honestly don't know what's going to happen this half. It could go either way.
Tamori plays it out wide. Calabria just about gets ahead of Tino Livramento. And it comes off at a weird angle but falls to Ruben Loftus-Cheek now looking to take on Fabian Schär. Being hounded by both Schär and Gordon. The cross is very, very poor. And Newcastle get away with one there. Tino Livramento into Wilson. Uses his body really well again. Such a great physical striker, Callum Wilson. Miley. It can't quite get there as Leao wins the ball, but it's pulled back for an earlier foul on Newcastle. Mike is okay, has good charisma. Gary says he's tolerable until he starts laughing, then I have to turn the volume down. Brilliant. Lewis says, who scored? I haven't been keeping up. It was Joe Linton, as Nick Nack and Gary have said. Or as Gary said, some guy named Joe. Nick says, hard to see Milan scoring after that first half performance. Well, yeah, I mean, they've got to go a bit more aggressive, Milan. They've got to go for this game a little more. Which you'd imagine they will do, eventually. Mainan, Calabria.
He had a rough first half, didn't he, Mike Mainan?
Joe Linton's won it half the field here off Tijani Reinders. Now it's with Livramento. Bruno Guimaraes sees off a challenge from Ruben Loftus-Cheek as he takes it out wide. Pokes it to Anthony Gordon. Gordon turns around and looking to deliver a cross. He gives it to Joe Linton, who could put this ball into the box. Goes to Bruno Guimaraes. Delivers it. Wilson can't get there as it's taken off his head by Tamori. Giroud touches it down to Pulisic and it's pulled back for a foul. I don't know. I think Newcastle will have to soak up some Milan pressure in the start of the half, says Gary. And it says, can Milan still qualify? For the Champions League, yes, but Milan have to, if it is a draw in PSG Dortmund, Milan must overturn a 5-goal difference. So they need to beat Newcastle 6-1 and all hope that Dortmund score and then score 2 goals. So it's a bit of a stretch, and well, one of those has come true because it's Dortmund 1, PSG 0. Karim Adeyemi with a goal there. As it stands, that would put
PSG bang in trouble.
PSG in the Europa League.
Because now they need to score.
All hope Milan score.
Oh yeah, that could also happen. But
because if Milan score, it doesn't matter what happens here.
Good point.
It's sorted.
That puts them in a real spot of bother though. PSG could be in the Europa League in 40 minutes' time. Which
creates a really exciting Europa League. The dynamic of that tournament will be
Get me down to London Stadium, West Ham PSG on a Thursday night. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Rob onto the stream. Holy, Newcastle winning. Let's go. Yeah, it's been a really exciting night in the Champions League as it stands. Newcastle will be into the Champions League knockout stages. Obviously, we don't know who they play yet. It'd be lovely to see them get Real Madrid. Because Newcastle at the Bernabeu is funny.
If I see Jamal Lascelles at the Bernabeu, I might cry.
Well, Botman might be back by those games in February, but you never know.
No, just put Jamal Lascelles on there just to say that Jamal Lascelles is captain.
And then just rotate it. It says go Dortmund, and Rob says, Jack, I'm so pissed that Leicester were losing. Yeah, we've been keeping tabs on that game. A big turnaround for Leicester at the start of the second half. And good for Norwich as well. 2-1 up against Sheffield Wednesday at the moment.
Yes, Gordon.
And just preparing to beat Ipswich by 5 goals on Saturday. Here's Lewis Miley. Almiron. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Anthony Gordon teeing up a shot, but it's over. And it's out for a Milan goal kick. Positively though, Newcastle still the team coming forwards here. And it's good to see. Milan just not able really to get out of their own half. Build up not been good enough. The problem is, it feels like I don't know whether it's something they're doing in this area. I don't watch enough Milan, but their ball forward, or their distribution or build up always seems to be that long ball forward to Giroud and then hope for knockdowns. It's not really working when you've got such a strong Newcastle backline who are able to head everything away at the moment. I mean, Lascelles has been really physical up against Giroud.
Yeah.
And it's not been accurate to Giroud either. And if they try and build out from the back, they just get pressed so high by Newcastle. And they're not able to resist it.
And by the camera shots, it looked like the Geordies have just found out that Dortmund have scored. And they're having a whale of a time.
It could just be that they're happy.
Could be.
Happy to be there. Bruno Guimaraes. Has he managed to win a corner? No, he hasn't. It did come off his own foot. I think even he knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy's phone. They're scrolling through. They're checking the live table.
And Knick-Knack, Southampton are level. Samuel Dozy with that goal.
Wow.
Culture 1, Southampton 1. As Reynolds says, big up guys, what games this weekend are you doing? It is, so on Saturday we are live on the Women's Football Chat for Arsenal versus Tottenham. That's a really big game, obviously a North London derby. Could be huge for the title race.
Oh, that's just killing out.
And then on Sunday we are live for Liverpool trying to score 9 goals. So join us for that, because that's going to be amusing. And then next week we have Tuesday night, not Champions League, EFL Cup, Chelsea, Newcastle, and then Wednesday night, Women's Champions League. So loads of football coming up over the next week. Very exciting. And then the festive schedule is ridiculous. We're going to be live like every other day or something like that. So join us there.
I understand Milan's frustrations here because Tritters have already yellow, and I don't really know how.
We've got Christmas podcast coming up. We still need another guest for that, but we have got that coming. We've got big quiz as well.
Yeah.
Which we're very excited for.
And
loads of other stuff, so look out for all of that. Rob says, Bartley's falling all around us. It's just playing, having fun. It's a season for back-to-back promotions. Merry Christmas, Norwich scum. Ever the inventive are the Ipswich fans. Great song, Rob. Also, PSG are level, so not to piss on everyone's party, but Warren Zaire Emery has levelled the tie.
That's a big goal.
Based on the play-by-play thing on football, but it's quite a decent effort.
Wow.
Should to be from quite far out, so yeah. Good player, Warren Zaire Emery. The only thing really holding up this, or propping up this PSG facade.
Gives PSG a chance.
It does. Need another guest, I hear, says Rob. You're welcome to come on, Rob. We're going to eat mince pies and talk about Christmas and do stuff like that, so you are welcome to come on.
Yeah.
But yeah. I won't give details of recording here. We could talk. We won't do admin on the live show, but yeah.
Don't dress, everyone.
Nick Nat says, have you had any celebrity guests? Rob says, me. No, we haven't had any celebrity guests. We need to get some. Yeah, the problem is obviously we don't live in like London. If we live in London, it's easy to ask people to like come on and stuff like that. But
we're
sort of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's a bit difficult to get people into the studio. We could do remote recordings. But
Olivier Drew has just flown into the room there.
A firm one.
That is nice.
Sure is left in there. Also, I just want everyone to take a moment's silence here because Vincent Janssen scored against Barcelona in the Champions League for Antwerp. So there we go. That's depressing.
That is sensational.
Is it?
That is absolutely sensational.
Is it sensational? I'm not sure.
What a player. What a man.
Where did he go for the last 7 years?
Where's he been? Ready for his big night tonight.
Now he's part of that Antwerp super team with Jan Vertonghen and is Toby Alderweireld there as well?
Celebrating his rebirth.
Yeah.
He is a man reborn, Ancelotti.
And now here
Oh,
comes
he
Tino
did.
Livramento. Pokes it towards Gordon once more, who bursts down the line. Ball into the box, and it's flicked out of harm's way by Teo Hernandez. Daz saying that Barca are down to 10 men, but Nick Nat's saying Barca already won the group, though. Not necessarily. In fact, that goal puts them in trouble, I think.
Good defending, by the way.
If Porto score again, they'll top the group.
Wow.
Or if Barca concede again. Because it's on goal difference, so they've not won the group yet.
Who got sent off of Barca?
I'm not sure. I'll have a look in a sec. Rob says, Jack, what was the last live I was on for?
Blimey.
Can't remember, Rob. And will you be doing the draws on Monday, says Daz. I want to, but I'm not sure I can. One, I don't know anyone who will come on as a guest. And two, 11 o'clock is just a really difficult time for me to do. If it was 12, if we were in Spain, it'd be perfect. But unfortunately, 11 o'clock just doesn't work. I really want to stream it, but I just don't think I logistically can. Unless I pull a sickie. But if I say I'm ill, and then someone in one of my classes just pulls up YouTube, and I'm just there going, oh, who's going to be drawn in this tie? I think my English teacher might be having words, but yeah. Unfortunately not, Daz, I don't think. But yeah. Janssen found his level in the Belgian league, says Nick Nat. Well, yeah, I guess that is really his level. He was definitely out of his depth in the Premier League at Tottenham. But yeah. Rob says, Jack, you're an idiot. 11 on Monday is perfect. No. No, because lessons don't finish to 11, Rob. Just cough a lot. Yeah, I'm deathly ill, but also live. If there's enough people that are interested in us covering it, and obviously Harry definitely won't be here.
Yeah.
If I can find someone else that will guest, Rob, you could do it if you want. If I can find someone as a guest, then I will do it. But yeah. If not, I'm worried that because it's a middle of a day stream, it might just be me sat here and no one and no guest and no one watching.
Gary, I'm guessing probably can't on the other side.
Well, it depends what time it is for Gary.
True.
It might be a completely normal time at 11 a.m.
You and Gary just sit here.
Yeah. Here is Tiani Reinders. He's woven through traffic there, and it comes off Fabian Scheer and out for a corner.
Yeah, hit the Swiss on the rear and out for a chance of Milan.
The other thing I could do is say I've got a doctor's appointment and leave my lesson early, so I can get back here for 11. Which is an option. And then go live at 11. But also, if it is an 11 o'clock start, what time do we expect the draw to actually happen?
I'd say 20 to 12.
But they do get on with this one because they've not got loads of preamble.
Oh,
they've only got to draw 16 names.
Probably 11:15.
And they can't really be bothered to do it. Ball in from Milan. Won by Loftus-Cheek. It's cleared away. If a Milan goal was to come now, it would be massively against the run of play. Yunus Musa. And Trippier's fallen over. Musa. Here's Leao. Is he offside? Well, it won't matter because he's going to put it in anyway. It's come off weirdly. Giroud falls. 2. I'm not sure who's put it away. It's Pulisic. Pulisic scores. Is it onside? Yes, it is. Newcastle 1. Milan 1. They're level. And well, we were all talking about who's going to go through, who's going to be out. Well, as of right now, Milan and Newcastle, neither would be through into the Champions League. PSG would get through despite losing, and Newcastle would be in the Europa League.
It's a really weird goal. I think that is going to be tight on Leao.
I think he's off. I don't know, though.
Really
Sure they'll be
scrappy goal.
checking it.
Ball put in. Musa's shot's crap. Falls to Giroud. Giroud's pass is strange. Falls to Pulisic.
Well, he does actually
scores.
really well to direct that towards Christian Pulisic, who's in space. It wasn't a convincing effort. Dubrovka almost got there, but it's in the back of the net, and that's all that matters. It's
Really
Newcastle
well.
1, Milan
They
1.
will just check Leao.
Looks bang level, says Nick Nack. Okay. We'll have to see another replay, but that is a big goal.
I mean, that would put PSG back in the Champions League. Newcastle through to the Europa League. And it does stand, and it is 1-1. Wow.
Joe Linton, here's
For a
Almiron.
big half an hour now. Huge.
Looked like he might play it inside.
It's Jason
Bruno
Tindall.
Guimaraes
It's
tries to
getting
give it to Trippier, but
Getting
can't.
started from Newcastle. They're dropping the standard, and Milan are taking full advantage. And Eddie Howe is starting to get a little bit concerned.
Yeah. Understandably so. 3-1 Norwich and 3-1 Leicester, by the way, just for an update. Both of them just adding some...
much needed.
Yeah, security there. The drama of this group is nuts, yeah. We all called it the group of F, the group of death, and it's been good. 3-1 Porto.
That's a change for Newcastle. That man goes by the name of, I can't see, Alexander Isak.
They're going for it. They're going to up top.
Or they might go like for like. They usually do this shit. They do because we've got Wilson come back. He might be a bit tired in an hour.
Miley picks it up in the middle. Trippier. Yeah, maybe they can, rather than going last 10 minutes gung ho, they go gung ho next 10 minutes, then bring Wilson off. Will probably be their dream. And just sit up, pack up shops, sit back, soak up all the pressure, see the game out. Porto are winning 3-1, by the way. I don't know how they're not top.
Head to head.
Does it go down to head to head? Does it?
Yeah, head to head first.
Does that? Oh, well, that explains it then. Barca beat them both times, so no drama there. Boring.
So Barca are losing right now.
Yeah, they're losing 2-1 to Antwerp,
which is bloody hilarious.
Terrible. Newcastle used up all their energy in the first half. Says, queries, knick-knack. I don't know. The goal was a bit of a silly one. Just a lapse in concentration from a corner. Miley's put that in a position that's given my man something to think about. And yeah, as you say, Wilson should have left that. Back to PSG through, Newcastle in Europa League. Yeah.
I think Wilson's forgot where he is. He thinks he's in on goal, I think. He's seen my man flap at it, thinks I can steer this home, and he should have just let it go for a corner. That is fine.
Automatic offside. Just about finding Leao on.
He's fine.
But that's not the same freeze frame as when it was passed before. So it's a bit of an odd one for the Champions League there.
Investigate.
It was definitely a lot closer than that.
Anthony to make way for Alexander Isak. So Isak out onto the left.
Very interesting stuff.
I was two changes. Is that Lewis Hall?
Look like Dan Burn.
It's not Dan Burn. He's not fit.
No, but it looked like him. Looked like his legs.
It's just Dan Burn's legs and Lewis Hall's torso.
No torso. There is Dan Burn. Have that. I could tell Dan Burn's legs from a mile away, mate.
What's Dan Burn doing?
Trippier coming up. Dan Burn and his legs are coming up. That's a fantastic call.
Wow.
From me.
You've looked at his legs and gone, fair enough, fair enough. You've looked at his legs.
I could spot Dan Burn's legs anywhere, mate.
Wow. I didn't think he was fit. I didn't know he was on the bench.
I didn't either. He's running away from Miley.
The Livermenta came on for Trippier in all that of his whole legs business.
Newcastle throw.
Livermenta goes to right back, Burn to left back. Look at that. One attempt on target for Milan, one goal.
And that says interesting subs, just a case of getting fresh legs on. Good offers an interesting sub. Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting call.
Isak is on the left here, and he's going to provide a problem for Calabria.
He's gone back. That is Calabria. Davide Calabria, number 2. And El Capitan.
I mentioned him all night.
Lascelles, and it's picked up by Pulisic. Couldn't find Dan Burn's legs. Here's Leao.
We can.
Coming forward on this left-hand side. And he's taking it past Lascelles. Takes it past Livramento.
That was right.
Tackles thrown in left, right and centre.
He should have gone down. That was a really silly tackle from Cher.
No, he didn't catch him. He was nowhere near him.
Oh. Looked like he caught him.
Miley.
Brilliant defending.
Flipped back by Florenzi. If anyone's going to get a goal in this game, it looks like it's going to be Milan and Gianni Rangers. And it's given against him there as he throws himself to the ground. Is Danny Mackley going to book him or just go and point at his UEFA symbol? I am UEFA. Stop.
He's the whole of UEFA.
Pope would have saved it. Dan Burn with a heroic header. Nearly gave away a pen there. Oh, well, to win it, Gary. I mean, that could be big. If Dan Burn heads home.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Newcastle are struggling. They need to compose themselves again, get their foot on the ball, start playing their stuff. And then try and tip the scales into their favour once again.
Yeah, by the way, poll in the chat. 62% of you guys think that Dortmund and Newcastle will progress. 31% think it'll be PSG that go through with Dortmund. And 8% saying AC Milan. So not a lot of confidence that Milan could get a second goal here, obviously. That's interesting. But obviously, PSG only a goal away from progressing. Or not even that at the minute. They don't even need to score. And Middlesbrough currently getting mauled by the Tigers. It's 1-1 there. Like the little tigers thing. Leao coming forwards, but that's a huge challenge from Tino Livramento. Anyone's game this now, says Nick Knack. Indeed it is.
Say the two are treading water at the moment.
I've got a goal notification. I thought that was going to be PSG, but it's just the Hull one again.
Milan are pushing. They want this Europa League spot. They want to keep themselves in Europe. Newcastle also holding on, and this is a man called
Florenzi. My question with the Milan kit is, what is the bit at the back? Why can't they do the fade on the back as well? I really don't like that. It looks like you've wrapped a jumper around your torso. It's like blue and then just pink. Florenzi, ball in. I guess Oh no, he said Danny McAlee says, get up, you sod. Because he goes like, no, walks over like this, points at him, get up.
Make sure the camera zooms in, like a right clown.
And then we just see on his little face, smiling on the floor.
He tried. McAlee was not having any of that. Brilliant. I love it. I love animated refereeing. And here comes Bruno Guimaraes on the charge.
That's a fantastic tackle.
When have ever done that in a Chelsea shirt?
I just want to say as well, that's the type of theatrics and the referee stealing the show I want to see.
Yeah.
Not all the, I've got cards, or I'm going to slow everything down and talk to all the players. Piss off. A bit of this, a bit of all that. Love it. Absolutely love it, Danny McAlee. Bruno Guimaraes gone in there. Game's getting feisty now. McAlee happy to let it run. One back by Newcastle, and here they come. Almiron.
He played Martin.
No, he's not. He's just
waving on.
He's just waving play on.
Yeah.
Isak cuts inside. Shot deflects. No, it's given us a goal kick. He thinks that's frankly ridiculous.
Needs to have another look. This is end-to-end stuff. I'm running out of breath here. It's incredible. Can't keep up with it. Was it deflected? I don't think so. Oh, I do now, yeah. Huge deflect. That's why it loops down. Yeah, that's your corner. And that is not a good decision from McAlee. And my nan is going to send this long with 23 minutes on the clock. And that's a great knock. Lascelles heads it on. And there's a foul given there. He's too forceful and his hands round Olivier Giroud once again. Those two are inseparable today.
Saying had a feeling after the Tottenham game the Newcastle players are knackered. This is pretty much the same 11. Yeah, I think obviously given that they can't rotate loads, it is a slight problem, isn't it? I've said the rest on the right tonight. Yeah, we like Danny McAlee. Him, Felix Break. That's it.
Yeah.
They're the best refs. And Break's out of Euros. Big injury for the boy Break.
Can't believe it.
It's a shame. Real shame. I'm gutted, personally. What a ref. Bruno Guimaraes. Now Joe Linton.
All the Champions League refs are good. Kevin Turpin.
A little French man. He's so funny.
It's Sismo Marciniak, who got the Champions League final last year, who had an absolute mare in Chelsea Real in 2022.
Yes.
An absolute howler.
I don't like him.
That Marcos Alonso goal. I know he weren't on VAR, but he also had a howler overall. Brilliant drive. This is really good stuff. Someone else to score.
He's back, bursting into the box. Gives it to Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, tips onto the crossbar by Mike Moynihan. What a save.
That's an incredible save. It's one of those where
and now here come Milan. Musa.
Superb save.
Here's Giroud trying to find Pulisic. And it's a brilliant tackle there from Cher just to get in front of him. Livramento. Cher. Do you believe it's very fitting right now? No matter how hard Newcastle try, Milan keep pushing them beside. They can't break through. They're talking to you. There's been a goal somewhere. It's Benfica.
Wow.
In the UWCL. 1-0. That puts them second in the group.
Decent.
Had a
He's lined up for a shot again. Doesn't go for it. Decides to
He's
drive
still
forward.
going. Bruno going. Aaron!
Can't
quite find anyone.
Brilliant football for Newcastle.
Get exciting, boys. Let's get exciting.
20 minutes to go. All out for both teams now.
And they're coming forwards, my
Nothing
man.
to lose.
Tries to just scoop it forwards, but he can't. Now it's with Newcastle again. Isak. Now Miley.
Getting their breath back.
Miguel Almiron looking to break into the boxes. Lewis Miley puts it in there, and Wilson can't quite get there.
Really good goalkeeping.
Brave from Mike Minor.
It looked like he misjudged it at first.
The midfield is so
He
open.
missed the save a minute ago. Great effort from Bruno. What a save! Looks
That's
even
impeccable.
better.
They thought it was in. The fans behind the goal thought it was in.
That is an incredible save.
It does it like that classic one where they get something on it, but it just goes up, and everyone's like, "Oh, poor keeper."
That's one of those where
No.
his
What a
his
save.
arm is above his head, and it's a super.
You're now saying the midfield's so open, yeah, because what's happening is Newcastle are putting so many players just forward. Sean Longstaff's back, by the way.
They're all back.
Guess who's back? Back again. Longstaff's back. Tell a friend.
Lewis
Miley's coming off.
And he's playing a brilliant shift. But now,
He's been good.
there's one man who can save
Come
Newcastle
on.
United. It's Sean Longstaff.
Na 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 Longstaff. Double change now for AC Milan. We have, I believe that's not Simon Kjaer. That I know Luka Jovic, who has 2 in 2 after failing to really notch any up for Milan. He's now their weapon in attack. And then the other bloke looked like Simon Kjaer,
He's injured.
but Simon Kjaer's injured. So I think it's Tommaso.
I
Tommaso Pobega. But I might be wrong. Could be Alexis Salamakers. Oh, we're going to get changes. We're going to find out. Danny Mackley's winding the bobbin up. So that's good. That is Tommaso Pobega, I believe. Or Dejan Kulusevski, if he was never a professional footballer and took up either darts or drugs.
Or both, by let's see. Or all three. And that is the end of
Throws heroin at darts boards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tommaso Pobega coming on. Who will now enter the field. And then Luka Jovic. So are Milan going 4 up front, or is this the end of Giroud's evening? Or Giroud only back from an injury this week. I think it was his first start. It's not his end of his evening. Pulisic, the goal scorer, the equaliser, pulled off.
The American boy.
And on comes Luka Jovic to try and change this game.
I forgot he scored. And a free kick to deal with for Newcastle now.
Florenzi over this then. Can he put it into a dangerous area? Florenzi. It's flicked on well at the back post. Tamori can't get there. Good from Martin Dubravka, who I have to say is looking a bit like Downey Aarons at the minute, which I hadn't noticed until I saw that side profile. But he's got a fresh trim. And, well, I hate to tell everyone this.
PSG scored.
Dortmund 1.
Nothing matters then.
PSG 2.
This game's all for Europa League glory then as it stands. It will be Newcastle getting Europa League, Milan getting nothing. But,
So, Kylian Mbappe
of course.
with that goal. An important goal.
Our fan. He had to ruin it, didn't he? Still Europa League place up for grabs though for these two sides.
I think Newcastle feel hard done by. Oh, it's pending VAR. It's pending VAR.
Oh, spicy it up a bit.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Have they not put the game? Oh yes. Yeah. Let's have a look.
Here we go. We're switching over. Oh,
it's still on delay. So they have.
Hold your phone. Hold your phone.
We have no idea whether it will stand or not yet.
No. Okay. So the goal's been scored. Mbappe scored. What's the decision?
4-2 Porto, by the way.
It went straight up to VAR as soon as the ball went in the back of the net.
So Kobel kicked it long. And it went straight through the PSG team. They managed to flick it away. And then Hakimi picked up the ball. Mbappe's run.
He's on.
No.
Oh.
He's off. Because it's his sleeve, isn't it? His sleeve's ahead there.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Of
tight
Max
one.
Hummels.
Give me a tight one.
I think he's off. Red card. No. So
Jeez.
I know him. Not personally. I don't like. We didn't used to go out clubbing together, but I recognise him.
And VAR are
But I don't
checking.
know why.
The decision's been made. It's offside.
Like,
It's
come on.
offside.
The thing is,
Against it
there's no
on.
ambiguity with offsides. They whip out their little Adidas technology, and they know.
Get back to Newcastle. Get us back to Newcastle.
Right,
Still
we're on a
the play
plane.
ball
We're
then.
on a plane
No
back
goal.
to the Tyneside. Here we come.
Incredible.
It does
Still
not
to play for then.
stand.
We might have missed a goal there, guys. That's going to float in. And we're back to Eddie Howe's second quarter.
Wow, riveting stuff.
And that does not look good. Whoever that is on the floor for AC Milan. Calabria, the skipper, Shaw, turns his direction. It's a collision in both legs. Complete accident. Shaw's completely cut his knee open. He doesn't really seem to care. And Calabria's in a lot of pain here.
He's just slapping his car.
Shaw's bleeding out his knee and Calabria's really hurting.
Maybe he's gone for a heartbreak.
I don't think he has. I think he should have been injured.
Let's get there.
15 minutes to go. Still, and Geordie's having a clap.
Shielders have got the clap.
Having a great time. Calabria's back to his feet. And we'll get this game going again.
15 minutes to go here then. As it stands, PSG will be through. A goal here, though, would send Newcastle through. 5 goals would send AC Milan through. 1 goal would get them into the Europa League. So it's all to play for. Obviously, if Dortmund score, Milan would go into the Champions League knockouts.
Dortmund score. And then Newcastle will go through.
No.
They're not?
Newcastle need to score.
Oh, yeah.
They have not. Danny McAlee having none of that. Giroud's diving in his eyes. Strong refereeing.
He's holding
He's all over him.
He's holding him.
All over him. Throws himself to the floor. Pathetic. He's looking at the ref when he does it. Too obvious.
Yeah, got his more spit. He's more smart than that.
Yeah. If you wanted to save our boy, Danny McAlee.
He might be my favourite referee.
Ever.
Maybe not.
Who ranks ahead of him?
Cladwell. Quality referee.
Because he wrote a book.
No, he's a really good referee.
Okay. What about Kalina? I like him. With the funny eyes.
Oh, that's contentious. That's contentious.
Here come Milan. Musa.
They'll have a
Jovic. Gotta go quicker. But Cher wins it and gets pulled down by the Serbian. And instantly Danny McAlee has his yellow card out. And guess what? Middlesbrough are being mauled by
the Tigers.
2-1 Hull.
By the Tigers.
Mauled by the Tigers. You're getting mauled by the Tigers. Mauled by the Tigers. Oh, Adiemi's calf injured again. That's a shame.
Who has?
Adiemi.
Nothing.
He just come back from injury. Of course.
Eddie Howe's not. I can't believe it. Longstaff. Livramento. Newcastle still pushing. Both sides still pushing.
Ball in. Burn up in the air. Wilson lets us over it. Punched away. Damn, Burn can't direct it. Goalwards. Tommaso Babega clears. It's kept up by the ball to go. Played it to Leao. He's in. Rafa Leao for Milan. Oh, it's against the post.
How's he at the post? How is he at the post from there? It's a terrible error from Livramento.
God.
Leao one-on-one with Dubravka, and he's hit the post.
Wow, Livramento.
Heart him out.
What a let-off from Newcastle.
Terrible miss.
Rafa
Terrible.
Leao in for Milan, and he's hit the outside of the woodwork. So the score remains 1-0. And it's out now for a AC Milan throw.
That is a shocking miss.
Shocking miss.
Looked like he was going to go for his usual curl it into the far corner.
Yeah.
Went for the near post. Crashes against the near post. Joe Linton, was he fouled? Ref says no. Plays on. Here comes Hernandez, who's driving through the middle of this Newcastle team. And
that ball forward just hasn't come off.
Incredible.
Longstaff. Here's Tino Livramento. Nothing becoming available though. Lascelles back to Dubrovka. Share, lovely lifted pass to Tino Livramento. Looking to make something happen here. Guimaraes. Lascelles, and he has slapped that one out wide to Isak. I think that was a clearance disguised as an excellent pass. Isak coming forwards, pulled down with no intent to win the ball there. Macaulay had the card out of his pocket before the foul would even finished being made. Incredible from the boy, Danny Macaulay.
He's
Look,
ready.
I'm convinced. He's already getting out. The foul's not even over yet. He's whipping out a yellow card.
Honestly, his hands in his pocket before he blew the whistle. Proactive refereeing. Like, if they did this in the Premier League, games would be so much shorter and cleaner. Like the VAR check in Dortmund PSG, 30 seconds, if that. It's incredible. And now this is Kieran Trippier territory. He's on the pitch.
Porto 5, Shakhtar 2, by the way. Incredible scene.
That's Sean Longstaff over the free kick.
They're going to lift.
Now, some commentators like to say that some... Oh, no.
Livramento. No, it's gone up in the air. Flicked on well. Wilson can't get there. Mainan looking to make this go quickly. Ball lifted over the top to Teo Hernandez. And they're flooding forwards with numbers here, Milan. Teo Hernandez. Still Teo Hernandez. Good challenge from Longstaff. Pull back for a foul.
He does just clatter into him. This game is spicing up with 9 minutes to go. It feels like we've got to get a goal.
I think Gary maybe quoting what's his face? Ali McCoist. Ali McCoist. There's diff going to be another goal. The question is to who? I can't do Scottish. What's Scottish? Aye, you wee bastard. There's definitely going to be another goal. The question is to who? That's not Scottish. I'm sorry to all the Scottish people watching who might have offended. Ball in from Florenzi, flicked on, and it's a corner for Milan.
Double change from Milan as well. Is it going to happen
Nick says he's not sure there will be another goal, but there will be chances. Gary says there will probably be a ton of yellows.
Played quickly. Good football from Milan.
Dion Reinders blocked by Isak. And now here come Newcastle. Isak tries to play it to Almiron, but it hits Reinders.
Now the change is going to come from Milan. It's Chukwueze and somebody else.
Chukwueze and Noah Okafor. A double change here for Milan. There's two wingers coming on. They're going for this game. Who's coming off? Oh, Giroud's already off before they've made the sub.
He's ready to go. He wants to go home.
And Okafor coming on.
Jovic to shift into the middle of the park. In the middle of the free.
And he gets a nice pink and blue coat to put on.
That's quite nice. Not that way, right?
That wasn't bad, Jack. Come on. Got the seal of approval from Nick Nack.
Oh,
Joe Linton.
Cold as ice.
I'm waiting for Gary's opinion, though. It's probably going to be that's the worst I've ever heard. I feel like Gary Weissman's the kind of guy that can do impressions.
Yes.
Strikes me. I don't know anything about him other than the fact he's commented in our chat a lot. I just get the feeling he can do an impression. Burn. Joe Linton. Now Bruno Guimaraes.
Not of like actors, but actual people.
Burn. I think he'd do both. Yeah. I reckon he's like the guy, that Ian Moore guy, does loads of impressions of Carlos Sainz. That's his best one. Yeah. The rest are a bit mid, but long stuff. Joe Linton can't quite get there. Now it's with Cher.
Should hit it.
Lovely ball. Cut out though by Milan. Now here they come. Noah Okafor skips past two. Space to drive into. Chukwueze as an option. Jovic he picks out. Coming forwards. Jovic. Okafor. Chukwueze. Shot goal for Milan. It's Newcastle 1. Milan 2. Samuel Chukwueze coming alive on the biggest stage. That could be massive. Newcastle 1. Milan 2. Samuel Chukwueze take a bow. What a finish. Newcastle opened up. And it's placed into the far corner, guaranteeing Milan into Europe. And if there's a Dortmund goal awaiting us at the Signal Iduna, that would be Milan through to the knockouts of the Champions League.
Fresh legs making all the difference. This Newcastle team have huffed and puffed, but they are completely out of steam and the subs coming on for Milan, making a huge difference here to create the goal.
It's just the difference that Okafor can skip past Bruno Guimaraes and
100%.
Isak there.
And
then Jovic to Okafor to Chukwueze, who isn't marked up by the left back, Dan Burn.
Milan will take Europa League. Newcastle.
They just got lost. They just got lost there. Burn was playing as a left centre half who stood next to Lascelles and Cher as a little cuddling. Got to get out to your marker.
Milan and for Newcastle, they are out of Europe unless they find something magical in the next 5 minutes. And what a campaign started strongly, had a really rough middle patch, and now they are really struggling, and they are out as it stands of all European competitions.
Guimaraes. Cher. It's a tale. This first venture under new ownership into the Champions League for Newcastle. They've started so strong. They got lucky on the opening match. They then a fantastic win against PSG at St James's Park. Unfortunately, just not everything's gone their way. The away trip to the Parc des Princes was an unfortunate evening where they were robbed. In those simple terms, they were robbed of a penalty.
Tonight,
Many other factors haven't gone their way. Tonight, though, they've just not been good enough. But you could really put that down to injuries, to be honest. They've just not had the rotation.
Milan weren't into this game until we hit the 60th minute. They brought on changes and done. Game's gone. Completely.
Do you think Eddie Howe made his changes too early because his players are too tired because they've had to play so much football recently?
Yeah, I mean, Callum Wilson hasn't played in months. Played the whole game today. And these are players that have played every single minute this year because their teammates have gone down.
And a lot of that will be adjusting to the fact you're playing a lot more football, but also a high concentration of football in this first half of the season. It's 6 more games into an already congested schedule of every weekend, plus midweeks, plus international breaks. It just becomes quite a lot of football.
Yeah.
Anyway, here come Milan. Rafael Leao plays it across. No, Okafor. Sorry, it was Jovic. But he's missed it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here comes Newcastle on the counter. Bruno Guimaraes to Joe Linton. They just don't have the legs here for the counter. Joe Linton's going to keep going here, though. Taking on Calabria. He's gone past Davide Calabria. Joe Linton can't go it alone, though.
Tell you what, he has not stopped tonight, Joe Linton.
No. Rangers tries to find Chukwueze. Someone at TNT sat on the controls. Jovic. And Guimaraes hounds him and he fouls him.
You can tell it's getting lazy from Newcastle now. They're absolutely knackered.
Chelsea probably came too soon for them. I don't know. I think it came at the perfect time, Nick Nat, because while their team isn't ready for the Champions League, the money will help them subsidise FFP. So that's huge. And now a Champions League debut for, I believe it's Rafael Kamada. No, sorry, Davide Bartasaghi. Coming on for Leao. So the number 95.
Equally, Newcastle have still got the likes of Lewis Hall on the bench. You think they might use
that's the 15-year-old they brought on the other day, but it's not. Boring. It's a defender. They're just packing up shots because they've got no other defenders. This is literally their only defensive sub that they've got.
Are you sure it's a defender?
He's a 17-year-old centre half, mate.
He's on the left wing.
He's a 17-year-old centre half according to Football.
He's not. I'm watching him right now. He's running at Livermore on the left wing.
Doesn't mean he's not a 17-year-old centre half.
It's purely put the right guy on. Oh no, he's running back now. There we go. No, where's he? Yeah, he's going back to defence. Okay.
I mean, he could be. Yeah, he's a centre half.
Yeah, he's Dortmund.
Same age as the.
I think
the
the game's done.
Barca level. Done. They haven't lost to the boy Vincent Janssen. Celtic are winning.
That's a crime.
That doesn't feel right.
I feel ill.
They're only 2 points off Feyenoord, but they will not be playing any further part in Europe this season.
Good.
Because they are shit.
Honestly, they're awful. Livermore, good turn. Joe Linton, he's from Newcastle's best player today. Not just because he scored, he's just kept running. Brilliant from Bruno. Foul there. His hands all over his shirt, referee. You can just tell he's absolutely knackered. And he is hobbling now. And wincing. Which is exactly not what we want to see for United. Eddie Howe just doesn't look very happy. He knows, though, that tonight was going to be difficult.
It's a missed opportunity. Their first foray into the Champions League.
And I mean, the away fans up in the stratosphere, absolutely loving it. Made the trip over to Newcastle tonight. The Ultras.
Do we have TNT Sports 5, by the way,
Why?
for tomorrow?
Huh.
We'll work that out. We'll deal with our admin at another time. Livramento. Sure, I think it's on YouTube anyway.
Oh,
Thanks
so yeah,
Crunch there, Amron.
yeah, Florenzi into the.
Why are all the Milan fans in black? Asked Nick Nat, because it's cold and they're wearing jumpers.
No,
Antwerp 3. Barca 2.
The Ultras all dressed up in black. 4 minutes additional time. Pretty snappy game.
George Alini Kainer. Mark Gui, by the way, scored the leveller. He bloody loves a late goal, doesn't he?
Yeah. We'll just say, like, Macaulay has got on to it tonight.
Yeah, he's got places to
No
be.
messing around. 2 minutes and 4 minutes of additional
It's
time.
like, you're fucking about, I've got cards, save it, get out.
I am UEFA.
All that sort of
I want to
stuff.
go home tonight.
Maybe red is more expensive during Christmas, probably, yeah.
Can United keep us alive?
Guess they are back in black, says Guy. Good, very good. They're also men in black, and some women, too. Inclusive men in black, that's good.
Please, Frozen and Men in Black.
Well, the most recent Men in Black was an inclusive version. They had Will Smith. So that's an improvement on the first Men in Black. They had no black Men in Black.
Yeah. They're getting somewhere, eh?
Maybe next time they'll have a Woman in Black. That's a film, isn't it? Women in
Yeah.
Black? No, not a film. It's like a theatre.
Yeah. So that's to put /Men in Black.
What? Yeah.
Men in Black.
In brackets.
Yeah.
Because they still want to keep the Men in Black branding.
I think this game's done. United just look. United?
The Men in
Newcastle look
Black.
absolutely
Dubravka.
battered.
Livramento now. 3 minutes to go. Ball forward, headed away. But it falls to Bruno Guimaraes, who picks out Joe Linton on this
a
left
pass.
flank. Lovely control by the Brazilian. Coming forwards now, Joe Linton. Overlapping, it's down, burn across the box. It's cleared away by Tomori.
Maybe there's life still left in this Newcastle side. They'll also eat well tonight,
Maybe
though.
so. They'll eat well.
Yeah,
Why would they eat well?
that's a sleep well. Dubravka's coming in. Dubravka's up for the corner. I can't see him because, again, someone's sat on the controller.
What are they doing at TNT?
Last 10 minutes.
Ooh, funny buttons.
Sitting on the buttons. United fans
Go on.
anxiously watch on.
Do it to him, Dubravka. Over a kick.
Dubravka. Some things in football don't need commentary
This does, though,
because it's gone over him.
because you guys can't see it.
Joe
Joe
Linton.
Linton. I
Oh,
might not be able to. Chuck Wasey on the break.
oh
Here they come.
No one's there.
Theo Hernandez.
Livramento.
Livramento is their only man back. It's not going to
He
carry.
missed.
It's not going to carry.
Hernandez missed.
And it's out for a goal kick.
He's laughing that he should have scored. It's open goal, mate.
It's a joke, mate.
Even Pioli's laughing. Milan think they're home and dry. They're laughing, but if Newcastle score now, they won't be laughing.
Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah, they should have ran closer to the goal.
Yeah.
And then Chuck Wasey could have just tapped it in. Joe Linton.
Honestly, if Newcastle score now.
Oh my God. Go on, do it to him. Joe Linton.
He's absolutely
The Miggy. It's just a
brilliant
disguised pass. Miguel Almiron. Ball in. Cleared away.
2 minutes
by
to go. Lascelles is
Theo.
going to jog out there.
Where's Dubravka? Get forwards, mate. You've got now Elson back there. Get forward. Beyond is the box here.
Lascelles hooks it in.
Joe
Burns
Linton.
falling over himself. He's injured.
Tomori
Burns
lifts
on
it
the
to
floor.
Jovic.
Burns done.
3-on-2. It's Milan counter-attack.
Lascelles
Tomori
is
makes the
knackered.
outside run. Jovic. Tomori for Milan. Oh,
He did the time.
inside play.
Honestly, if Newcastle score in these last 20 seconds, it'd be
Tomori's aggressive run down the right flank. It goes down in the corner. Macaulay calls it. Free kick. No, he's giving it against him.
I
Where is he? I don't know.
Happening. Tomori's at the post. Turnham's going to miss an open goal.
But even his body position was all over the place.
He's now sat on the floor. I think that's it. I think that is it. Newcastle will be out of Europe. Milan, Europa League. PSG and Dortmund will progress to the Champions League. I think someone's just showing that. Oh, they're fighting.
They're having a scrap. Boiling over here. Joe Linton versus Tamora and a yellow card for Cher. Yeah, Stone says, I sometimes wish I had that memory eraser from the Men in. Yeah. No, that was a lame effort at the open goal. Exactly. I'd have just rifled it home and gone flying off into the crowd. Jumped 3 flights of building.
Batley just shook Tamori down and then booked him. And look, he's trying to do the same with Florenzi.
There you go.
Done.
Maybe. Yeah, he's called it. There we go. It's full time at St James's Park. Newcastle 1, AC Milan 2. Newcastle, bottom of their group, out of European competition, but a valiant effort from the team in their first venture into Champions League football under new ownership.
Like they got drawn.
The group of F.
Horrible group. And
Newcastle have died. Well, see you next time. Player of the match?
I'm going to get to Joe Linton. He was quality. He did
Really?
not stop running either.
Okay, I'm going to go Tamori because he made a run at the end and almost scored. He's really good throughout the evening. He made huge challenge off the line. A load of tackles in the box. Was a fantastic player throughout the game.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, merits player of the match.
All right.
But that's everything. We are back on... Yes, we are back on Sunday on here. In the meantime, we have 2 streams on the Women's Football Chat. I know we are spoiling it at the moment. We are live tomorrow night for the Women's Champions League game between Chelsea and BK Harkin to join us over there. And then on Saturday for the North London Derby. But on Sunday, we're back on here, back on the main channel, the men's channel. Very excited for it. It's Liverpool vs Man United. We're going to watch Liverpool try and hit the target for 90 minutes. In the meantime, as I said earlier, as I mentioned briefly earlier, we've got the Christmas podcast coming up. If you've got any suggestions or stuff you want to see, go and tell on the Discord in the video suggestions bit.
Yeah, or anywhere really.
Just put it somewhere in the Discord. If you want the weirdest place you can find to put it in there. Then
don't do that, please. No, really.
FPL.
Yeah.
And then we've got preparations coming Friday, and next week we've got a live stream, Chelsea with Newcastle on Tuesday. So loads of stuff coming up in the next few days. Look out for stream pages and stuff like that. There's everything else today, though. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we will see you next time.